Is
Herodine?
everyone ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay,
Hey.
we're ready.
right. Okay. If everyone is ready, I'll begin. Summer is an elusive bitch in Almanac. She darts her way behind the clouds, flitting and teasing you with her promises that rarely go fulfilled. Sometimes you're lucky, and she graces you with the blinding warmth that she's so known for. It can last a day or two, sometimes even a week, and in that small window, she is hunted like a beast. The residents of the city surge from their homes in their multitude, trying to grab what little light they can. They all know that it will be gone soon. And it is. But that never kills their hope. It never stops them looking up. This year, Summer has been particularly cruel with her light. She has hidden herself in a cloak of grey and summoned forth great tides of rain to wash out the city, though the filth is rarely gone for long. It's only now, on this strangest of days, that she decides, for God knows what reason, to emerge and to blaze her glory on the scene before us. There are many people huddled outside of the theatre, its grand black pillars imposing and resolute. There are figures on the ground as well, and there is blood. The golden glow of the summer drips over them like melted butter. A figure is still breathing, but barely. Another lies not far away, a woman with silver hair, and there's something missing from her, an absence of sorts. Then there are the others, awake but bloody, alive but surprised by that fact. There is a hole in the door before them, a shattered circle behind which black water churns, never leaving the building but inhabiting it, swirling forever and onwards, and for some reason you all know that that is a fact, and it will never change. It's over, though. The trial and the blood, the pain and the vengeance, it is all over. Isn't it? And that's where we start things.
So, no monologue today?
No monologue.
Okay.
Not today.
Then, all right, I'm probably gonna go first. Dante is still lying in front of the asphodel, looks up at Kristen, who just pulled him up. Dante has a bleeding nose with blood caked over his top lip. His chest is carved up. He's still bleeding somewhat. He kind of looks up at Kristen and says, "Ah, hey, big man. Broke through that fucking wall, didn't we?" And he very slowly and steadily tries to get himself up and look around to see if he can find Lucia.
Okay. Give me a... Oof. Actually, I'm not going to
First,
ask...
what do I see just normally? What
What
do
do
I
you
see?
see? You see the huddled occupants of the people you just saved, sprawled around you outside. You see Jasmine, pretty much unconscious, barely breathing, her eyes fluttering. You see Isadora, his chest ripped open but stemmed, the blood seemingly not coming out of it anymore. It's like the blood has decided just to not pour. And you do not see Lucia.
I do not see Lucia. Do I see Anselm?
Anselm, you do.
Yeah. I go up to Anselm and I say, "How's your eyesight?
What?
How is your eyesight?"
I don't understand what you mean.
Lucia, have you seen her?
Not since... And he rubs his eyes and goes, not since the pub. Why?
Look, you're the lankest streak of piss around, so could you get up somewhere, look around, see if you can spot me, Lucia? Please?
He stands and towers over you. He's a good couple of heads taller than you. Give me a convince check.
Okay. The new thing.
Mm,
I don't
I'm
have
gonna
anything else.
say until that starts, until you go through the process of that, you haven't got that.
No.
No,
Okay, cool.
you haven't got that.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get anything from the fact that we just saved their asses?
No.
No. Okay. Then it's a flat convince. Let's go. What did I roll? 8.
That's an 8. Right. Okay. Tell me, choose a relevant status.
Just relevant status.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. What would the effect of my words be on Anselm? I would say you choose. You know better.
I'm gonna say something along the lines of put in his place, slightly.
Okay.
Do you want to give him that?
Yeah.
Okay. You
I mean, I really want him to get up and find me Lucia, but I'll
okay.
take that.
Um, you give that to him, and he sort of sneers at you for a second, and then, as he looks around at the people sprawled around, he goes, "Fine." And you watch as he puts his hand to the ground, and his fingers extend impossibly long, and he rises into the air and begins crawling on one hand across the street. No one seems to notice, as his hands literally turn into like long spider legs that propel him high into the air, and he goes across the cobbles into the distance. None of the normal people seem to notice this is happening.
Okay. At which point, I'll just tell someone nearby, probably Tristan, to look after Jasmine and Isadora
You
and
look
walk
up and
after
Tristan is
Anselm.
already walking away.
Okay, then
Hasn't said
I'll
a
just
word.
walk after Anselm.
Okay. Whilst you do that, what is everyone else doing?
Depends on where Ned and Elizabeth got out.
You're also sprawled in the same area, right outside the doorway.
Okay, how many people are around?
Probably around 15 or 16 altogether.
Is there any visible damage from the outside of the theater? Like
The
if
theater,
the door...
on the outside, looks completely normal. You look in through the windows and the hole in the door, and there is a swirling black torrent that is not leaving the theater, but just churning black water inside the theater.
Okay.
That is filling it to
Ned,
the brim.
Ned stretches a little, takes a big yawn, wakes up atop of a golden door, and he's just like, where am I?
We're outside the theater.
Okay. Where's Isadora? He's still alive.
Open your eyes and look to her right.
Okay. I look at him, then I realize I don't have my glasses, so I put on my glasses, and then I look at him again. And I say, I'm calling an ambulance. Any objections?
Okay. You
Okay.
calling an ambulance.
Well, hold on. I get up, I stand up, just take a look around. I say out loud, very loudly, I'm calling an ambulance. Any objections?
No one says anything.
Okay, good. If you're upset now, it's your fault. And then I dial the ambulance. And I do the whole thing I was trying to do last time, where I like overplay, oh my god, we're dying. There's a man, white hair, or something like that.
Okay. As you do that, Dante, you walk after Anselm. You get 3 steps before you start throwing up. It hits you like a punch to the gut, and you watch as Dante sprawls and starts just chundering his guts out. And as he does, and as you call the ambulance, we're going to leave the scene there. The sunlight just illuminating everything as the camera drifts slowly upwards. And I'm going to ask you, what do you guys do, each of you, for the next 2 days?
Wait, first of all, do they see that the names are marked off?
No, it's down the alleyway to the left. It's hidden by an illusionary wall.
Do you want us to tell you the next 2 days in a single action, or do you want us to do variable
I want you
things?
to do it's like a what's it called?
A montage?
Montage. There we go. It's a montage.
Because I have several things to do.
We'll start with, let's start with, what are you guys doing for Jasmine and Isadora? Are you leaving them on the steps of the theater? What are you doing with them?
I stay by Isadora's bedside as he gets dragged off to the ambulance. I act like a concerned father or something of that nature. It's very much a performance to be like, oh my god, is he okay?
And I think Elizabeth will make sure that Jasmine at least gets picked up as well, because Ned seems very preoccupied with Isadora.
Okay, who are you making sure? Are you making sure that Ned gets picked up, Jasmine gets picked up by the ambulance, or are you just making sure that she gets picked up?
No, by the ambulance. I don't see a reason why not.
The first thing that's going to happen is when the ambulance arrives, you watch a couple of burly guys are coming up to you guys, and most of the residents of the Wicker Hound have sort of dispersed at this point. Very few of them have stayed around. They get out, see Dante throwing up on the ground. Immediately one starts to go beside Dante and check him over, while two run over to you guys, and after a brief, confusing conversation, all I want to know is, what lie do you tell them? How did this happen?
Me?
Yeah, you're the one that called them.
So, first of all, I just want to say that I show lots of concern and care for everyone except Jasmine. And okay, you'll see why later. And then I want to make, I guess this would be a sneak around roll, that I want to pretend that as though in my hysteria I am unable to provide an explanation.
Okay, I'll allow it as a sneak around. It's a bit of an unconventional one, but I'll allow it. It's interesting.
Yeah, just in general, I want to seem like I'm in no mindset to make an official statement. You know what
Okay.
I mean? Okay. Keeping up appearances.
Yes.
And would I have any negative statuses against this?
What negative statuses do you currently have?
I have, debatable, but I have frostbite, stabbed, and swift. I would also like to get cared for by this ambulance man. Yeah,
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say you don't need to. I'm gonna say with you in that condition, they're also gonna notice as you're explaining this, and they're just gonna sort of be like, whisper something between them, and they're gonna start bearing you away as well.
Okay. So, would that actually make it a positive thing that I'm stabbed?
I'm just kidding. You don't have to roll. With you that wounded, you're not gonna have to roll. They're just gonna bury you into the ambulance as well, beside Isadora. Dante, do you let them take you?
No, I do not let them take me. I basically go, fuck off. I can make my own way.
So you're very drunk. Let me get you up. What happened? Come on. Just come with me.
Mate, look at me. Listen to me. I'm fine. This, just a drop. Don't worry about it.
Give me a convince check.
I'm also shaking at the time, by the way. My hands are just like going. I have a cold sweat. This is gonna be wait.
I'm gonna say this is -2 due to
I don't mind.
Clearly fucking in trouble.
Am I still chilled, by the way?
You are still chilled, yeah.
So yeah, the cold sweat is like in full effect. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just do it. Yeah, I miss. I must.
You're unable to
Wow.
persuade them to get, and they're just gonna eventually just continue to like badger you down and wear you down until finally they are gonna drag you into the back of the ambulance.
Oh, I should. Okay, yeah.
Okay. So, Isadora, Jasmine, and Dante, your first nights are going to be spent. Your first night, so first day technically, is going to be spent recovering, which means Elizabeth, Ned, well, Ned as well. So you're also recovering. You also got taken by the ambulance. So, Elizabeth and Jasmine, what are you guys doing with your first day?
Only
Covering.
Elizabeth.
Only Elizabeth. Oh, Jasmine's gone. Yeah. Only
Yeah.
Elizabeth. Shit.
Well, gone, I wouldn't say, but
Elizabeth made sure everyone got into the ambulance safely and then just walked away. Not a scratch.
Right.
How would she spend her first day? I think she would go home, try to play everything off as if it's cool, and she would spend the day visiting the hospital. Visiting in particular Jasmine.
Right. So you head home. I'm gonna say your wife notices something, but not enough to cause her. You're not hurt, so she asks you about it. Do you tell her like you had a bad day, or what do you tell her?
I tell her an accident happened at the theater and I was passing by, so I saw what happened.
Oh my god! Really? What
Yeah.
happened?
Luckily, I didn't know what was happening inside, but it seemed like some kind of, I don't know, leak, an explosion. I don't know, there were injured people at least. But the ambulance got there fast enough.
Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry. And she sort of takes you in her arms and holds you for a bit and seems to pass. When you go to the hospital and you go to visit Jasmine specifically, Jasmine, you wake up in a bleary, unfamiliar setting a number of times. The thick chemical smell of the hospital overwhelming you, and you feel like very little. You feel sort of lesser. Like there's just everything has got blurry edges to it. There's nothing can feel quite right. The nurses and the doctors come to see you a couple of times. It's incredible. No physical damage to your body. It just seemed like your body for a couple of minutes just decided to almost give up. And then it was fine. You notice that as you wake up, there is hardly a single bed free. There's a number of people sprawled onto all of the different hospital beds around you. A lot of them young people. And you hear that as you wake up and you begin to move around. As Elizabeth is coming in, you hear the same sort of thing coming around the doctors of, I don't understand it, like multiple organ failure just randomly? It doesn't make any sense. And that's all you seem to hear. Oh, we've lost someone.
and
Oh,
yes, we have lost.
shnaided.
I think shnaided, yeah.
Shnaided.
Also, so which one of my statuses still apply? Because got a lot of them.
None of your statuses.
All of them are gone.
Yep. After this,
Holy
by the end of this time, your status is going to be gone.
Okay, lovely. Let me just.
I mean,
get
technically
rid of
they're not
all.
like gone, but because narratively wise, like we're just
Yeah.
gonna play as if they're gone for the moment, just so.
Yeah. All right.
So
Well.
you wake up.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, they show you to Jasmine's bed. She is awake, and you see each other as you come in.
Elizabeth.
Hey, you.
Hi. Can you tell me what happened? The doctors aren't any help on that front, obviously. Did everyone make it out?
Oh, you mean like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone made it out. the only ones seemingly injured were, well, you, Ned, Isadora, and Dante, and everyone was taken to the hospital. Most of the other people seemed to be all right and went home in their own way.
Right. So now what? Has Mr. Gray said anything? Any updates from his part?
It's only been like half of a day.
Right. No.
I'm the only one outside, and I haven't heard anything. Almost happy I didn't.
Right. No. Makes.
How are you holding up? I heard some weird stuff back there from the nurses.
Oh, I'm all right. No, nothing of that organ failure they are talking about. That's not me. But I don't know. Feel a bit off. Just it's probably just the stress, but I don't know.
I mean,
just doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good. I was just gonna say, isn't that kind of whatever? It doesn't matter. I mean, that's good. That's good. Like I'm gonna be very honest with you, when she's gonna sit down next to the bed and like lean a bit closer and be like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I mean, don't take this the wrong way, right? We went through this whole thing together, and all of that stuff happened, but I don't know why I'm visiting you specifically.
I mean, I do appreciate it, just so you know.
Good, yeah, good. Mm-hmm.
Right.
But hey, as long as you're feeling better, then that's fine. There's still a pub waiting for you. Couldn't leave that alone.
Right. But how about you? Did you manage to get out before that flood? It all went so quickly.
I managed to get out with the flood.
Yeah. Well, good to see that you're all right too.
Yeah. Nothing out of the ordinary here. All right. Yeah. I think I'll let you rest up some more. Sure they'll let you leave in no time.
Yeah, I'll let you know when they do. You should visit over at the King's Oath. Sometime soon.
As you go to stand, Elizabeth, you see that there a rather young, rather handsome young, sort of slightly darker skinned doctor has come in. He's got sort of a very full, luscious beard, and he comes in and he goes, what are you? You must be the partner.
Hi, doctor. No, I'm
friend?
just a friend visiting.
Friend, yeah.
Well, she is doing well. As you can see, you're up, which is itching, and no signs of any organ failure, which is very good, as things go. Your heart rate is very low, so we're going to monitor that moving forwards, but otherwise, looks good for me.
Do you have any idea of when I could leave? I mean, I feel alright.
Well, that is the question, isn't it? I suppose you could leave probably in a day or two.
Right.
We'll have to see how you're doing.
Yeah, of course.
He sort of does a half smile of a doctor smile, puts his clip door down, nods to you, Elizabeth, and leaves.
And I think Elizabeth will take that as her cue, and just also look at Jasmine and say, I'm gonna head out as well.
Right. Thanks for visiting.
Yeah, no problem.
If you see the others, just let them know I'm alright. Okay?
Sure. She'll take her leave after the doctor.
Okay. Ned and Isadora, you both begin to wake up and find yourselves in hospital beds. Your entire perspective has been cut off by curtains. You are hurting. Some of you more than one of you more than other. Isadora, your chest burns still. And as you move your hands over, you can see that there are dark, pale scars across your chest, rapidly healed more than they should be, much more than they should be. And there's something else. It's like there's a pale handprint of a white hand over just your scars, almost like a tan line in the center of your chest. Either otherwise, you both wake up relatively fine, the glow of a morning sun, unseen in Almanac for some time, shining through the windows and illuminating the hospital ward.
Did we both wake up just now?
You're
Because I
both
would
waking
like
up
to do
now,
a
but you
thing-
can't see each other. All you can see is the blue curtains around you, cutting out everything apart from your bed.
Okay. Do I feel good enough that I can...
Oh, you sound really quiet. Really quiet.
Do I
Sure.
feel good enough where I can get up and stand?
You feel strong enough that you could try. As you start to move there, you realize you are attached to basically a heart machine, heart monitor.
Well, I take a nap. I heal.
Okay. The rest of this day you spend.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Okay. The rest of this day you spend healing. Isadora, same.
Well, if I spend the day, if I spend the day healing, sleeping, does that mean I get the night to do other stuff or no?
Well, we'll get to that. Yeah. We'll get to that.
Okay, just saying.
First of all, are any of my 11, I think, statuses somewhat?
We're gonna play as if they're gone for the moment, but like you're still, you're not gonna have to like pay
In
attention.
pain.
Yeah, you're in
I-
pain. You're in a
planning.
lot.
I'm not planning to fight.
You're
I'm
not.
gonna do something similar to Ned, but I'm not going to try and stand up, as I am not a moron. It's not that Ned is a moron, it's that Isadora is not at the same shape. Not in a...
No, it is. Ned is a moron.
Okay,
You're allowed to say it. We're all thinking it.
I don't.
I was thinking Willis.
Okay, Isadora does something quite similar, but his rest is more in thought as he sort of interacts with all existing things around him, especially people that come to check. So, like, every single nurse is just greeted by a super fucking friendly smile. It's like, and hello in like a tired way.
Mm-hmm. The nurses come to see you. You do notice that even though you're smiling to them, when they try to like look after you and heal you, they suddenly start looking pale and ill, and run away. And every time that happens, you feel a slight pulsing of the hand on your chest. The imprint that's there.
I seem interested, to say the least, but I'm cool. I'm
You're
chill.
healing pretty damn fast, to the point where, at some point, same doctor, the Indian doctor that was with Jasmine, comes in and tells you that you are completely fine.
You owe me one.
No, he doesn't owe you.
You're-
Well, you owe someone.
Do I hear Ned?
Yeah, we're in the same room, right?
As you hear this, and do either of you say anything?
When he gets
Neither
the
of you have
news,
said anything yet.
when he
But
gets
all
the
you
news
hear
to
is a doctor
Isadora,
saying you're absolutely fine. Isadora hasn't said anything back yet.
no, I've heard him say hello to the nurses.
Oh,
so I
okay.
know
Well,
it's Isadora,
yeah.
right?
Okay. All right. Well, then, yes. Over the curtains, quite far off to your right, you can hear Isadora's voice.
You owe me one. That's it. That's all.
I smile, but I don't say a goddamn word.
As opposed to your relatively peaceful recoveries, the other side of the hospital, someone is going through something a lot worse. Dante, you are in blackness and rolling in your sheets, sweat pouring off you in its buckets, and there is voices in the darkness, and they are churning over and over. Familiar voices, new voices, old voices, a mismatch of them all. I don't think we should have done that. That was a terrible idea. Yeah, we pushed things right to the shit, didn't we? We fucking went hard on that one. Yeah, rock stars, is that what we are? I don't feel like a rock star. I feel different.
How do I feel in this blackness? Am I still like, is my mind still
Hideous.
calm and collected inside?
No,
or
your
no?
mind is shattered
Completely?
and confused. You are a mess at the moment.
Dante grabs the fucking pie chart, looks it right in the face, and says, "Fuck off back to Florence Nightingale," and just throws it away.
Ah! Oh, someone's in a bad
Then grabs the
mood.
45-degree angle and says,
You get your
Tony-
fucking hands off me.
"What? I was drawing you when I was 5, you little twat," and just throws it away like a throwing star.
The pie chart hits the wall and bounces and glides down it like a pie splattered against the wall, and glides down. Whilst the 45-degree angle spins, it goes ding, 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 and hits the wall like an arrow.
Oh, so there is a wall. Let's walk
You can
towards
see
the wall.
it seems like you're in a room on your own.
Oh, I'm in a room.
Yeah.
I'm in reality now. Maybe.
You know you're
I
in
don't
a
know.
room, but
What else is in the room?
At the moment, it is very hard to tell because everything is swirling around you. All you can see is a mirror at the far wall.
Am I
and
dressed in a
sink.
hospital
You are
gown?
dressed in a hospital gown. There's a mirror at
Okay.
the far end of the room, and everything is swaying like mad.
Damn. Everyone can see my ass. I get up. I try to get up as well as I can, probably
You stumble
wobbling
and
on one arm.
shoulder smashes into the side of the thing as you stumble at first, and then manage to pull yourself upward. Right, standing right now is agony. The only thing you can see
Oh
is the
yeah,
mirror.
I'm still sweating, I imagine. Shaking. I think I vaguely remember while doctors were bringing me in, telling them no painkillers. I look around. I try to see what's in the room.
You try to. Your attention is just blurred, and then all you see is the mirror shining there, and there is something moving in the mirror. And then you move again, and it's blurred, and it's swaying, and you're tipping from side to side, and there it is, the mirror again.
Oh shit! I think I just threw away the 2 assholes who could see. Let's get closer to the mirror.
My fucking nose hurts. As you get closer to the mirror, you can see it now. There are hundreds of flecks of churning green light on a blue field. It's like a never-ending circular infinity that just curls around. Endless points. in the
I know
darkness.
you.
Yeah, you do.
Of course I know you. Ooh, do that again.
I know you, Dante.
Of course you do.
Those other two
Please.
fools. They don't know shit, do they?
You're composed of one of them infinite times over, so be somewhat respectful to your parentage, I suppose.
Oh, very witty. I'm far beyond them, and you know it.
Do I? You know, a man with no nose came up with you lying in a military hospital. Or
As
maybe you existed before him.
You say this, and the swirling blob just continues to swirl. There's a face behind it, a reflection now, but it is not your own, lingering behind this swirling image.
I try to grab it. I know it's a mirror,
You
but
try
I
to
try
grab
to
it,
grab
your
it.
hand goes through the mirror, melting through it, and your hand wraps around a hospital gown. You pull it forwards, and you are face to face with yourself. But it's not you. It's you, but it's a different you. Handsome,
About time.
to a degree, but not handsome. That's not the right word. He's just more charming. He's just different. But he's you.
I remember being you. Once.
And you can be me again.
Right. Wrong. Maybe?
It's all part of the plan.
Oh. That's not my plan.
No, it's not my plan. It's our plan.
Oh shit.
Just had to let the doves out, didn't we?
Yeah, I suppose we did. Did we help them there?
I don't know. Guess we'll find out.
Right.
With that, your hand pulls away from the mirror and one and the other switch sides, and you are uncertain which one you are. The man on the other side of the mirror or the man in reality. Then you are slumped on the ground, and there is a nurse standing over you, her light going between your eyes. There's frantic voices. They're giving you CPR, but you don't need it. And after a minute, it all comes back to you. And the moment passes, and you are different. Right.
How do I feel?
How do you feel?
Am I still hurting? Am I still trembling? Am I still sweating?
Nope. You're sweating a little bit, but you're not sure if it's the sweat from before.
I just look at the closest nurse and I say, my clothes.
Okay. And with that, that's the end of day 1. Day 2. As each of you...
Hold up. Sorry to cut you, but I want to do something. You see
Okay.
Ned like looking out the window, almost as if waiting specifically for the sun to go down. And then he's like, all right, time for business. As soon as it does, whips out his phone and starts having
Wait, I
a
need
lot
to
of
check.
text. Yeah.
Your phone does not turn to gold.
Thank God.
Oh.
Yeah. And then he starts furiously texting, and Isadora struggles to sleep as throughout the entire night he's having many phone calls with people who are presumably his team, which is still in the US. All right.
The second your phone turns on, by the way, you've got at least 5 missed calls from Todd.
He calls him, catches him up on everything.
The
as
second
much
you
as he
phone him,
can.
he answers, Ned, buddy, where you been? It's been ages. I've been trying to call you like mad.
Oh well, same. But see, the thing is, I'm at the hospital, and I've been.
Oh, Ned.
It's been a rough.
Neddy. Not again, mate. What'd you do?
Well, that's the thing. I'll tell you all about it, and I'll tell you in excruciating detail. But I also want to tell the world. I want you to set up a sort of ball, gala thing. Invite a bunch of reporters, whoever you can get into Almanac.
Right,
Get a venue set up, a podium with a microphone. And I want to tell my story. You see, recently I was the victim in what I can only assume is a terrorist attack.
Ned, now listen here,
Okay.
terrorist attacks and all, that's very interesting, alright? But it's not quite the news I've got for you, and you're not gonna fucking believe this, alright? Are you excited?
Okay, well, I'm excited.
Guess what I've just set up? We've been building this for ages.
What have you just
The
set up?
castle idea, what the fuck was the name you called it? Hell Castle? I don't know. The
I
castle
don't know.
Well, that thing is on. We've sold it. And
It's
guess
on.
what? Who's going to be in it? No other than fucking Zandalo. Got the call this morning. Don't know how it went through, but it
Finally.
did. Somebody stepped in.
That elusive bastard. He's finally on my show.
He's going to talk about the pineapple too. He's bringing it to the show with him.
Well, this has really uplifted me from the fact that I got stabbed.
I'm telling you, mate, something things are going up us. Right.
Okay, the thing I'm planning, we can also double up as a promotion for the show. But seriously, tell everyone that we're gonna tell the world what my next show is. Get like a really high end, very exquisite place, podiums, everything. Basically, what I want to do, just add a character, is I wanna roll a thing to see if I can get the well prepared status for the next thing that I want to do. I want to set up like a venue with a bunch of high profile reporters, and have them all there under the impression that Ned is gonna talk about his new show.
Okay. You give me.
Change the game, right?
Okay, so first of all, Todd's gonna be like, Ned, you're in hospital, mate. Just take it a little bit easy for the moment. We can talk about this later. I've got just take it easy. We'll sort it out soon. Yeah.
Please, man, just trust me on this one. I got.
What did you do to get yourself in hospital first? Tell me what you did.
I'll tell you everything. He tells him
I
everything.
can't organize a press release for you if I don't know what condition you're in.
My condition is fine. I tell him, I legitimately tell him, like I'm staying up all night. I legitimately tell him everything, and seriously though, my plan is I'll roll convince if I have to, but I wanna make it so that I can set up this venue and a press release and all that. Let me do that.
I think with you in a hospital bed, trying to convince Todd to like, oof. Okay, I'm gonna allow it to change the game, but it's give me just let me go with this.
I want to set up just out of character so you know exactly what I'm doing.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to set up a venue where you can have reporters and everything go out all at once.
Yeah, but I also want it specifically so that I can use the tags surrounded by wealth and lavish lifestyle. Like, I want it to be fancy enough where that would apply. You see what I mean?
Okay. You can try set that up. Yeah, there will be certain circumstances to it.
Okay, change the game. Do I have anything working against me here?
I'm just gonna say confused Todd 1.
Okay.
Uncertain Todd.
I'm gonna
1.
put celebrity. This is what we do.
I'll allow that, definitely.
Shamelessness, because that's the thing I use every time. Always have my back.
Always have my back. Yeah, because it's Todd.
And Todd, which is a power tag.
Todd is a power tag, and definitely Todd applies here.
Okay, and I would also have a confused Todd 1.
Confused Todd 1 against you.
Yeah. So, change the game.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Oh, I get it for 2 minutes? Can I make it?
It's extended. I'll allow it.
Okay.
Make it permanent. You use one power tag.
I'm fine. No, listen. I'm fine for it being 2 minutes. I just want those 2 minutes to activate when I make the important one, so that where I'm going to use these. Okay. So can I do that?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay. I'm banking this status, please. Okay.
At the end of that, it's the end of your at the end of that night. Actually, I'm not going to make that. Day 2. Each of you are beginning to sort of wake up. Some of you in nicer conditions than other. Dante, you pretty much spend the rest of that night just getting your clothes, getting your hospital stuff sorted, and
all night.
Not all night, but like you'll leave pretty early in the morning, I imagine.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty soon after you get your. Yeah, they do a number of checks on you before you leave. They're not about to just let you leave after something like that. But
can I say he's being very stubborn about leaving?
Yeah, which is why you managed to get out at all. But yeah, Jasmine, Isadora, and Ned, you all begin to wake up at the beginning of day 2 in a condition where you are able to leave if you choose to.
In that case, there's something I would like to do that night, the night before this day. If let's see, if you'll allow a thing like a montage thing every single day, that is.
No, it's not going to be every single day. It's just gonna be
Okay,
each
but
day,
then
and then,
this is
yeah.
my montage thing in that case. Jasmine is going to try and explore her mythos. She is currently in a building surrounding it with people who are already doomed. She feels incapable of feeding on stress right now, and she would like to, in the midst of night, turn into a wisp form and float around, just take in her surroundings, take in what she feels from other people, and try to figure out if there is more to all this than luring people to their doom.
You struggle to turn into your mist form. It is painful at first. It is like there is like a chunk of you that has been ripped out as you reform into your mist form, but after some time you manage it. You drift around the hospital, a place that truly doesn't ever really sleep, constantly churning with the noises of the people who are in pain, dying, close to dying, or just about to die. And as you slip between the many rooms and many wards, you're not feeding at all, are you? Are
Not feeding at all. No, I am in fact incapable of feeding because of the tag I burned.
Okay. As you wander for some time, you see that there is upstairs, there's a young man who's been in a motorcycle crash. He's in a lot of pain, and the doctors are not going to be able to save him. You can hear them talking about it. He's panicking, and he's saying someone's name, and he looks frightened.
God. Can I float slightly closer and listen to what he's saying?
You float closer, and it's a babbling mess of things. Just sort of, I should have finished it out. And it's roaring in pain suddenly, and then he calls out her name again and again, and he's in pain. And then he stops. He seems to see you, and he freezes, his eyes wide with agony, and he can see you. And he extends a hand out towards you, and he just seems to relax.
Right. Jasmine is going to float here for quite a bit longer. I'd say until like doctors return to do something with him. She's going to stay here.
The doctors are around him. They're trying to tend to him right now.
Oh,
You drift closer, and as you drift closer, the doctors don't seem to notice you, but he does. And he's watching you. And as he does, he goes, you just hear on the corner of his lips a whisper as he goes, It's real. I never believed. And then he's gone.
I'm going to float back a bit. I assume the doctors are going to be rushing and everything. Yeah, Jasmine feels like she's learned something, and she's going to fly back towards her own bed and rematerialize there.
Okay. It is the next day, and what are you doing? Oh, well, Dante first. What are you doing as
Yeah.
you step out into the night of Almanac, breathing in the cool, for
Oh,
one
first
time,
day?
warm air? Well, this is
First
your...
day I step out into the night?
Well, this is the end of day 1, so this is like beginning
Okay.
of day 2.
I immediately call Celia.
Okay. There's a couple of long buzzes. And right at the point, I think it's not going to pick up. Hello? Yeah, what?
Sorry. Was that distracting?
Oh, it's you. You're right.
Hey. I was going to ask you that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm alright.
Everything's fine?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Is Cassius alright?
Yeah, he's okay. He's a little bit ill, but he's alright.
I know about him, Celia.
What do you mean you know about him?
I know he took one. It couldn't have been 2, and I know he took some, so it has to be 1.
How do you know
He's
this?
experiencing some organ failure, isn't he?
Yeah. How do you know this?
I'll be there soon. How's our other patient?
He's gone. He
Shit.
just
Expired?
no, he disappeared.
What do you mean?
He was right there. I was in the room, and he fell slack. Started to tend to him, started to look after him, and just fell to dust in my hands.
Fuck. I'll be there. I'll be right there, okay?
Right.
And immediately after that, I want to call James as well.
Okay. You call James. Goes to answering machine with a leave a message. And right after you leave the message, 5 seconds later, you get the call from him, and he goes, "Sorry, I was a bit preoccupied."
That's all right. How are you?
Fine. I think I don't really know what to do with myself, really. I'm just at home.
The Wicker Hound's gone, isn't it?
No, it's still there. I think.
It's not really though, is it?
I'm too scared to go, to be honest. So many good memories there. I don't want to ruin them.
Did you manage to spot where Anselm went, or Lucia?
Yeah. After you were taken away, he looked around for a bit, and then he didn't find anything, but he gave it his best. He's pretty torn up about the whole thing, to be honest.
Okay, James, I want to see you tomorrow. I name a place somewhere on the outskirts of the city, somewhere where there's not enough people. I just tell him, meet me there. I have an idea, and then I just get on the bus and go to Celia.
Okay. You head to Celia, and you find that you don't have to buzz her thing long before she lets you in. As you climb the stairs, there is a definite feeling of quiet in this building.
Mm-hmm.
Her door is sort of half open as you step in, and you can hear voices. Cassius is sitting in the corner. It's rings all over his hands, and it's sort of like like a blanket wrapped around him. He looks quite pale. But if anyone is able to look sick while still looking like a rock star, he kind of manages it. He's got a really hot mug of like hot chocolate with like several marshmallows in it in front of him, which he has not touched at all. And Celia is sort of just walking around cleaning and like, you leave your fucking shit everywhere. Why'd you? What? You don't even need this. I need it. Don't fucking move my stuff. You're so annoying. And, yeah.
I just come from the hospital. I think they took an influx of patients who were on the seeds. Most of them, I assume, were twos. If Jasper expired like that, that probably means the rest of the threes are gone the same way.
I was thinking something similar. You were right, you haven't taken anything, have you?
Me? No, I'm solid.
Alright.
How can I help?
Well, he's fine. I mean, I don't really know what to do with him at the moment. He just seems unwell. I'm fine. I'm fine. Just leave me alone.
Right. Look, I owe you thanks. And an apology, I suppose.
Why'd you need to apologize? You don't need to apologize to me.
Well, a week ago, I think, I came here under false premises. Uttered some bullshit about having employers with big money. Took you to that penthouse to witness all the horror there.
What are you talking
You didn't
about?
deserve to be lied to. What?
What do you mean you lied to me? Who? What is this?
I'm just saying. I didn't know what you were like. We needed a doctor, so...
Alright, okay.
You make a good show of pretending otherwise, but I know you give a shit.
Yeah, well, maybe we're not all what we seem, eh?
Maybe.
You look different. You're acting different. You're nice now.
I was always nice, how dare you?
I know, but like this time I actually believe it.
Renewed purpose, I suppose.
Right.
Shame about Jasper.
Yeah, well, it happens. I've had a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Call me if I can help, in any way.
Of course.
The last thing I'll do for the night when I get home is I'll check. This is what Dante will do. Dante will go. Remember how I still must have one seed from the guy in the penthouse? I'll check its condition. What does it look like? Is it gone?
It's there. It's no longer glowing. It looks blackened and rotting.
Interesting. Then I'll get all of the stashes of drugs that I have, and I'll flush them down the fucking toilet.
Right. With that, we're gonna cut to who wants to go next? It is now. So what's gonna happen is for the next 3 days, depending on how we go with this, you guys all have monologue time. So, what would you like to do for the next 3 days?
I have an idea. So depending on what day it is, this would happen at the university or at like her home. Depending on what day it is, I do not know.
It is now. Let me see. So, yesterday it was the 18th of March. So today it is. I think it was Monday yesterday. It is now. So no, it's not Monday. It's now Saturday. It's the weekend.
Oh,
so you have
all
Saturday,
right.
Sunday, and then Monday.
All right, then this would happen at home. So I guess her second day, she's gonna spend Elizabeth will spend the first half of the day just pacing around the home, like doing chores, cleaning the dishes as one does when they are agitated, sweeping the floors and stuff like that. And about halfway, like through the day, she'll just like throw the brush down on the floor, like this is getting me nowhere, and head to her little art room. I think she will, if you'll, well, no. I think she'll first do some sketching, which I will ask confirmation for after the next thing.
Okay.
And after that, she'll be even more frustrated, put that thing aside, and then start lifting her hand back up. And she's never tried this before, but she wants to actively try to paint someone she knows and she's seen, and she wants to try and paint Esther.
Esther. Right. Interesting. Ah.
She has never tried this before, so even when she's lifting her hand the first time, I think it feels kind of weighty even.
It's weighty. It feels kind of unnatural. And as you try to paint Esther's face, what happens is you find your hand drawn to black, and you dab your hand in black, and you create a full black backdrop, which you can do in art usually, and you build from there, but it's usually the other way around. It's you take the shadows and bring the light out of it. You stand now in front of a fully black portrait, just black paper. You take your paintbrush and dab it again into slightly lighter black. You try to paint her face, and you end up dabbing little foamy bits of lighter black on top of the black. You try again to paint her face, and this time you add a swirling black to the already surrounding black, and you've painted black water churning behind a crack in a door. You can't paint her face. You don't know why.
Ugh.
Did you try to paint
She'll
someone
take
else?
She'll take the piece, she'll throw it to a corner. And in that corner, if it is allowed, there will be the discarded piece from before, and it's just a sketch, nothing more, that seems vaguely like Jasmine.
It does seem vaguely like Jasmine.
But I
Not
knew
all
it.
of her, though. Not all of her.
No.
You've definitely captured some of her spirit.
No. Oh, that's rich.
I think that's a good idea to, as she was really frustrated a second ago and she's looking at the corner where she threw the failed experiment, she walks over to the corner and picks up the sketch that she made, and she'll kind of look at it closely and just murmur to herself because there's no one else there. Why can I see you more clearly now? What is it about you? Then she'll lift her right hand and look at it. What did you leave back there? What did I take? This is really getting to me nowhere, talking to myself again all day. I should go out more. Allison says I should go out more. But look at what happens when I do. Jesus. Alright then. She'll look up as she says, guess we're not getting any answers today either. Don't feel like it. Alright, no, I get it. Rough days for everyone, I guess. Rough days for everyone. And she'll just literally drop the paintbrush on top of the black sea and just leave that and shut down the lights.
Okay.
That was my attempt at trying to reach into my mythos, but
Yay!
No, I think that will take up most of her day, the second day.
Just a quick question. With the Explore Your Methods, it says like you gain one clue with a method and source based on your description.
I mean, I know that I cannot force myself to paint
Yeah.
people I know.
No, I mean, is that like the context we gained out of the situation?
yeah.
Since I also did that's the
I
clue.
mean,
All right,
that's the way I
good
kind
enough.
of take the clue, is I try
Yeah.
to give you the information as you do it.
I
That's
like
your
it.
Clue. No?
I like it.
Yeah.
That's
It's a very good
that's
way.
good.
Can I mark attention?
Yes. Yeah.
Hell
Yay!
yeah.
I've got 3 attention in that card now. By the
Ooh.
way. Yeah.
All right,
Who
but
wants
that
to
is
go
what
next?
she does. Though.
Ned or Isadora?
Well, I assume Ned's gonna be like the longest, most extravagant thing we have seen in like 70 years. So, I suppose I'm going to go.
Okay.
Leave me for last. It'll be better for everyone's time.
I'm not fucking sure about what I do. I don't actually remember all the options.
Just whatever you do, just do whatever you want to do with your life. There's infinity options. You could go to a strip club. You could learn Spanish. You can.
I mean,
Too bad.
in the system, there are strip clubs in Spanish speaking.
Yeah, but my point was trying to create a broad medium of possible options for you. You can do literally anything you want.
But you made me think of a very specific.
You can choose between 2 things.
can
It's either
choose-
strip club or Spanish. Come on.
Or
It's easy.
That's it. Do you, well, it's the
Okay.
weekend. There's no class. Do you
I
check out the Wicker Hound?
I suppose I indeed do. I go there. Suppose just the morning after the first night, like the first night I stay at the hospital. Obviously, I call and I go to fucking sleep like a normal fucking person, and I wake up. I don't immediately, not immediately goes to the Wicker Hound. He's up, and he like understands he's up, but he doesn't seem to give a fuck, as he just stays put for like 2 hours before getting up and leaving the fucking hospital, getting organized and shit. He goes to like buy some like fucking a croissant at the coffee shop, at the coffee place.
You go to Cafe Nero and get a delicious croissant.
And he takes the best fucking leisurely walk you have ever goddamn seen. It's a fucking perfect day. Epic time. He like walks half of the city. It's like the best time of his life. It's like a beautiful, glorious day.
It is a beautiful day. Like the sun is shining bright and wonderful. And when you get the Wicker Hound, that mood instantly.
Stop with the walk.
If you pass the Wicker Hound, it is.
Yeah, it's like on the way to the Wicker Hound. It's just that he's like, it's not that he's positive. He's smiling his regular smile, but it seems to attract attention. It's like he's just there. It's very clear.
Okay. At the end of your walk, after you've reached the Wicker Hound, you do see that the door is ajar. The devastation from the last time you guys were there is uncleaned up. It's scattered all over the ground. The blades of the silver blades still dug into the table and the wall where they almost hit Dante. There's a woman there, sitting on the bar, cigarette in hand, just watching the devastation. There were tear tracks in her eyes, and As you sort of step past, she looks up, and you see it's Lucille Lemire.
I smile and walk to her. Simply looking into her.
What are you doing here?
Checking things out.
Right, well. You check them out now? You've seen them? Fuck off, alright?
It's a hard day. They happen. Yeah.
Not joking to me there.
Want to talk about it?
It's not, you know. She, you say this. Give me a convince check, please.
I'm not trying to make her talk to me. Actually,
Okay, well then you won't. She goes, no, I don't think I do. I don't think I do.
Isadora walks to the bar politely. He pours a drink into two tall, nice glasses. He sits down beside her and starts drinking.
Give me a convince check. Not because you're trying to convince her, but because she is becoming convinced.
Okay, then.
If you want to not be convincing her, just make it flat.
I mean, I kind of wanna be, but like Isadora doesn't.
Okay. Well, I mean, if Isadora doesn't, then don't, roll it flat.
I'm not going to. I don't think I'd find the use to those that are passive. I mean,
yeah, just roll it as a flat roll then. Roll it as a flat roll.
okay, so no negative.
No negatives. Just flat.
Okay. And convince.
You sit a while, and you drink with her, and that was a 6, by the way. That's a miss. Evening seems to pass as you drink. She barely talks about anything, and
Isadora doesn't talk at all.
she doesn't say a word. Then if you don't say anything to her, by the time you finish your drinks, she doesn't say anything. Then if you don't say anything to her, she won't say anything. By the time you finish your drinks, she gets up and she goes, right, time to leave.
Can I stay here?
No.
Are you going to?
No.
It was fun.
It was.
Might be some more fun in the future.
Can you do something for me, maybe?
Definitely.
Tell your friends, that I'm really sorry. And just tell them I'm sorry. Yeah.
Isadora smiles. Like, an honest, good, not happy, but warm smile. And he simply gives her his hand to shake it. As an offering to shake it.
She reaches out and she shakes your hand and she goes, and tell Jasmine she's got a really nice pub. She takes her hand.
I will. Isadora slowly leaves the pub, and I think the rest of the 2 days, like the rest of the days, he's just kind of gonna chill. He'll like talk. He won't talk a lot, but he'll listen a lot. And it'll be fun.
Okay. You spend your 2 days in relative ease, as you talk and listen. Dante, what are you doing with your 2 days?
What am I doing? I'd like to do a roll before I do montage with James.
Yeah. What role?
So, tiny flashback, just a tiny flashback.
Okay.
Ever since, not immediately, but since Dante caught on to the fact that he's had more than one near-death experience, he had started keeping notes. So he has a notebook dedicated to his near-death experiences. On every page, he lists details, reconstructions of the scene, probability of various, different variables coming out one way or another, and then final calculation as to how likely it was that he survived that. And then at the very end of the book, he has an aggregate score, an aggregate probability of him having survived all of it together. And it's a very small number. It's a 0, dot, about 20 other zeros, and a string of numbers. He keeps that notebook by himself. I'm going to try and change the game to reduce my touched by death status, because I think defying death is kind of something I do.
By this stage, after 2 days, I'm gonna say we're playing as if your statuses have gone. I mean, they're technically there, but they're going. Like, you're not gonna fight anything in the meantime, and they're gonna be gone by.
So I don't need to do this, is what you're telling me.
No.
I still want to keep the detail about
Okay.
the notebook
I'll keep the detail.
as I walk out to meet James. By the way, did Isadora tell anyone about Lucia?
Did they? If they didn't meet in person yet, then no.
Okay. I'll go out to meet James somewhere on the outskirts where
Okay.
there's not enough people.
You meet him in a place called the Red Hand. It is a studenty pub in Yarnsdale. It's nice. It's thumping music, very rocker style. Rock pitches over the sort of plush sort of sofas and
We should have gone here. Why were we in Wickham? Never mind. Dante just walks in.
It's quite hard to hear in here, but he takes you to sort of like a bar where the music is slightly less loud.
He just walks in, cigarette in hand. He doesn't. Well, Herodine wants to say something, I think.
Is it okay if I just a small point? If Isadora just texts Jasmine, "You have a great pub."
Yeah,
nice.
You can do that. Definitely, you can do that.
Dante won't go to the back room. He'll just look at James, kind of smile, shake his hand, and just say, "Walk with me."
I've got to finish this pint.
All right, finish the pint, then walk with me.
He sort of looks suddenly terrified and then goes and starts downing.
You don't have to do it immediately.
He starts downing it and it's gone. And he just lets go, puts it down, burps, pumps his chest, and follows you.
You should do that act for YouTube. I hear it's all the rage these days. Mate, you seem shaken.
Little bit.
All right.
I don't like. You know the big guy, the. It's not really me.
I know.
I know.
I want to talk about him.
You want to talk to him?
Yeah. Not. Well. Let's take a walk.
You guys step out of the pub into the cool, warm morning air. Where are you going?
Just somewhere where there aren't enough people. And Dante will just turn to James and say, "You're carrying a lot, aren't you?"
You walk down through Yarnsdale, and there's a very large park that makes up a back end of Yarnsdale, St. Erebus Park. And it is usually full of students getting very high on weed. It's relatively empty at this time in the morning. As you walk through, you say this to him, and he goes, I mean, I got a lot of classes and work to do, but I'm a little shook up, yeah, shook up, yeah.
Dante takes out the notebook out of his pocket and just gives it to James.
He reaches
I assume
out,
he's taking some maths.
takes it. In school, yeah.
Go and read it.
Leafs through it, and sort of sees some stuff and goes, what does this mean?
Go through it. Go through all of it.
He leaves through. I'm guessing this is all the calculations of how close you've been to death.
Yep.
Get
to the last page, mate.
He gets, after some reading, gets to the last page. You can see he's definitely struggling with the math of it, but when he reaches the last page, he goes, fuck.
Yeah. You know what that is?
I think so.
Those are the chances of us standing here and talking right now. The other guy, he's hurt some people, hasn't he?
Yeah, but that's not... It's... people seem to like him more. You know?
Fuck them. Look, James, I don't know how to put this. You're part of those. He just points at the notebook. He says, if it weren't for you, it would have been a bloodbath in the Wicker House.
Not me.
It was you.
That's all him.
You're carrying him. He gets to do stuff, and then you get to carry the guilt.
Yeah, but no, not really. No, it's a bit more. Yeah, it's a bit more complicated than that.
I know something happened, and you hurt someone. You don't have to tell me anything about it, but I know it happened. It's written all over your face. And I know you're still carrying it. And I know at some point you must have found Anselm, and his sage advice was bottle it up and don't let it out, breathe evenly. Don't let the guy out at whatever cost, because he hurts people. Except, you don't know much about him, do you? The other guy.
I know he's really good at what he does. Really good.
I want to make you an offer. You saw the notebook. You know he can't hurt me. I'll talk to him for you.
It's not a smart idea.
I'll talk to him for you. He can't hurt me.
You sure about this?
I'm perfectly sure. I'll be fine. Solid steel geezer me. Nothing can touch me. Don't worry about it.
Puts his hand into his breast pocket, pulls out a golden pen, clicks it, spear comes out, takes it in his hands. As he presses his head to it, you watch as one eye begins to twitch madly.
I asked James before he turned. I just asked him, what do you want me to ask him?
Ask him to be nicer. And then, eye is large. It's imposingly large, impossibly large. One raised eyebrow Hair is going up in a spiky form, and his body is suddenly bulging with muscle. He spins the spear in his fingertips like it's liquid, stabs it to the ground, and goes, "What do you want?"
Name would be nice. You know mine. What do I call you?
Hound.
Pleasure to meet you, Hound.
You smell funny.
Yeah, I hear that from people. It's all the hospital odors accumulated in the past few
It's
days,
not
and I
that.
guess
It's not fear. You don't smell like fear.
why would I?
He takes a sort of like look at you from side to side and goes, "Because I'm frightening."
To some,
To everyone.
Dante just calmly smokes in his face while this is happening.
He sort of pulls back from you and goes, "All right then. What do you want to talk about then, Dante?"
Your friend, the closest one you have, the one you're torturing every day.
The wimp.
Cut that shit out!
You are just like the others, aren't you?
Cut it out. You try to bully him, I'll kick the shit out of
I look after him.
you. That's what bullies say. I've known kids like you,
No.
and believe me,
What the bully
to me,
said was...
you are a fucking bully.
No. What the bully said was, "Ah! Ah!" And then he died. That's what he said.
And you think that makes James
Missed that
Blunt
last
feel
part.
bad?
What did he say?
He said the bully
He
died.
clutched his chest and died in pain. Yeah, Dante just smokes and says, James wants you to be nicer.
Fuck him. There's not what he needs. He
You know
needs
what I
toughen
want you
up.
to do?
Oh,
I want you to be smarter. Because you are a fucking child. Because you are behaving like one. And you need fucking discipline.
Not very clever.
I'm only half clever most times.
Give me a convince check, please.
Okay. New thing!
Yes. Anything can apply
My
now.
students,
Yes.
moral armor. I'm trying to shield my friend from...
Yeah, you are. I'll allow that.
There we go. 8.
Okay. Which one do you want to give me the status, and I'll tell you if he takes it or not.
Same one that I gave Ansem.
Right. He's not going to take that status. He's going to choose to give a little bit. He sort of goes, "You little men with your little dreams. All right. I'll try be nice, but you asked for this. When he gets beaten and bullied and kicked in the dirt, you asked for this."
You know the difference between being a fucking child... Oh,
And he's gone.
great. I wasn't done.
Say what you wanted to say before he goes.
I said the difference between being a fucking child and a grown-up is you let other people grow up too.
He doesn't say anything to that. He just rescinds. And then James is standing before you going... breathing.
See? I'm still here. You're still here. My mutual friend is still here. He promised to be a little bit nicer, but he's worried that without him, you won't be much.
Maybe he's right.
The fuck he is. James,
Yeah.
how do I put this?
Yeah, keep going.
You're one of the nicest people I've met in Almanac. I mean, usually that wouldn't be a high bar, but I really mean it. And you don't need him to solve your problems. You can solve your problems on your own.
You say that to him, and you get the smile of sort of, yeah, hey, he's heard that, or something along that lines before. And as the camera's going to leave you guys there in the park, and cut to, well, the rest of your evening, I imagine, is probably spent just trying to talk some sense into him. But as with all people who are in a rut, it's a rather difficult thing to do. As the camera spans
So I'm taking
out,
attention to the new theme.
taking attention to the new theme. I like that. The camera is going to dip down to Ned Halford. What are you doing for your 2 days?
You see him. It was clearly like a time rewind thing, but you see him getting out of a hospital bed, looking in the bedroom mirror of the bathroom mirror of the hospital, adjusting his bow tie, gives himself a smile, a wink, and finger guns, and upbeat music starts playing, and he's like, "Time to do what I do best."
As you stride out of the hospital, by the way, there is a limo waiting outside for you.
Wait. Before I straight out of the hospital, I go to the front desk and I'm like, "My medical records. I would like to have proof of what happened to me tonight."
I'm sorry, sir. We can provide copies of your medical records. We can't provide the actual thing. Would you like copies?
That's good enough.
Okay.
I love
well.
copies.
That'll only take a few hours. We have a lot of stuff to do.
Okay, send them to me.
The action music continues to play as she types up an email and sends it.
As I walk out of the hospital with a little pep in my step, I check to see if I still have the pomegranate seed.
You do. It is in your pocket. It is blackened and rotten. And as you take in your fingers, it like breaks into little pieces and scatters away.
Does it turn to dust?
It's like on the verge of dust. It's literally turning into like little tiny pieces of pomegranate. Like tiny. It's just
okay.
shattering.
I quickly put it in a napkin so I still have it. I put it in my pocket, and then I continue to pay
You
Joe.
step outside the door, and there is a limo waiting, and there's a man standing in front of it, looking rather haggard. He looks like he's been sleeping in his car a couple of times, and Pedro is there.
Sorry, you cut out for me. What did you say?
You see that there is a man standing outside of the limo. He's a familiar man. It's Pedro, and he looks like he's been sleeping in his car a couple of times. He goes, "Sir, you are okay?"
Are you okay, Pedro?
See, I'm okay. I was very worried you got in trouble.
Oh no, you see, I'm fine. I appreciate your concern.
Okay. Where to?
Has the venue been set up yet?
At this point, no. It'll be set up by tomorrow.
Okay.
It's a lot to do to set up a venue, especially in 2 days.
Yeah, I know.
A lot.
I know. Okay. Well, Pedro, to the hotel. Thank you very much. I give him a wink, finger guns, walk in. I'm happy to be out the hospital.
Okay, that's your day one. What do you want to do with your day two?
I spent the rest of it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Rest of the day spent in the hotel doing stuff. I just. I presume because it's so much work, can I use my montage to continue with business calls and setting it up to make it less work?
Yeah, you can. You have a couple of calls with Todd, where Todd tells you essentially like, I'm organizing all of this. It's taking a lot of effort, but I'm organizing it. I'm on a flight. I'm going to get on a flight tomorrow. I'm not going to be with you till the evening, though. So, I'm serious, Ned. Don't start talking until I get there. I'm not sure what you're going to talk about, but I need to have some ability to stop you if you start talking about some crazy stuff, all right?
No problem. I will not start talking until you get there.
The
But
PR people are all over my back right now.
why? What happened?
Well, I'm organizing an event for you with no controls. They don't know what you're going to say. Do you know what happened last time? I let one of my clients speak on their own on a stage with no PR. It was a fucking disaster, right? We're not having that again.
Okay, I understand. But also, okay, I'll tell you when you're
She
landing.
told
I'll have to
everyone
say.
she was in a relationship with a goat. It's not going to happen
Oh, I
again,
remember
right?
that.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I haven't had any relations with that goat. Okay,
Well, I fucking
It's
hope
fine.
not.
I'll tell you. Listen, I got the script ready here. I'll send it to you now. Read it on the plane. Tell me your thoughts when you land. Love your buddy, and I hang up the call.
Can you message me the Discord in Discord?
I do not
loose
actually have
idea.
the script. is
No,
that
not the script. No,
right?
the loose idea of what you're gonna say.
Oh, the loose idea. Okay.
Okay. Whilst you write
I'll
up that, I'll jump to someone else in the meantime.
I just want to use the rest of my montage to help with setting it up, so I am not.
Okay.
So.
You can do that. No check. Just help out and begin to set it up a bit more. Right. Jasmine. No, wait. Who's left? It's Jasmine and Elizabeth are the only ones left. I think. Elizabeth. Yeah. Jasmine, what do you do?
Well, since I already did my montage thing during the night, Jasmine is going to let the doctors do what they do best, monitor her heart
Yep.
rate and everything. And she's going to leave the hospital as soon as they deem her capable of doing so.
At the end of Saturday, they let you leave. They could have let you leave earlier, but you get the feeling they were sort of overloaded with some stuff, and they just sort of got round to you when they could.
Right. Well, while she was in the hospital, she obviously sent a message to her employees, letting them know that she was in the hospital and not able to join them during their shifts, but she was in a good state and everything. So now she's gonna go over to the pub. Gonna go over there, see if everything is all right there. Her own pub, of course, the King's Oath. Yeah, and she's not straight out of the hospital going for a drink. No.
You get to the King's Oath.
Mm.
It's more empty than it usually is. You get in, and the first thing you hear is one of the regulars is coming out of the bathroom and is going, "Oh, you've got to get rid of that black sludge in there. It's getting bigger." And you see that one of the bartenders is saying, "I know. We're trying to figure it out. Maggie's on it. She'll figure it out." And other than that, there's very few people. You also notice there seems to be like vegetation growing in areas like through like the gaps and like the masonry and stuff. It's kind of gross.
Who's working right now?
You can see that. Wait, I've got your list here of the times. Let's see where your list is. Oh fuck! It was a while back.
Yeah. Let me get it out for myself as well, because it certainly was a while back.
Here we go. There we go. No, that's the wrong one.
Oh, and let's just say that Jasmine has asked Ursa to help out the past few days when she was able. since Jasmine wasn't capable to do so herself.
Okay, so can you say that again? Who was that?
Rosa.
Rosa. Okay, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry, Craig's just told me he's not recording anymore.
Oh, why?
Craig. Such a simple word that explains so much.
Yeah.
Craig. Okay, no, he's still recording. Okay, perfect.
What day is it?
It is now Sunday.
Sunday. All right. So that would be Jamie and possibly Rosa.
Okay, Rosa and Jamie. Yeah, it is. Rosa is at the bar at the moment. Jamie seems to be behind the bar.
Yeah.
In the back.
Jasmine walks in. How's she feeling? Like health-wise?
Better. Same again as before, though. You've got like it's like something's missing from you. Like there's this absence, an absence of caring.
Yeah.
You just kind of feel like you care a bit less.
All right. Jasmine walks in and says, "Evening."
Hey, she's alive! Look at you!
Right.
What happened to you? Oh, come on! You got to tell us the story. It's got to be a brilliant one.
I'll tell you some other time. I'm honestly still quite tired.
Oh, come on! You can't do that.
Well, if I tell you that the doctors told me to do that.
Shit.
Yeah, just gotta keep things calm for now, and I promise I'll tell you.
All right.
It's a pretty good story. Things here.
Well, got Maggie in to do the bathroom. She got no hair ahead of it. She's ripped out half the tiles in there, and it's not gone anywhere. Like the same it was before. Not to mention, don't call me crazy, but I came in the other day and I turned on the lights, and there was hoof prints all over the floor.
Right. And Jasmine looks around to check the floor to see if it's at least cleaned up.
It's all cleaned up, but there is you can just see little patches of moss are growing in between the floorboards. Not very evident, just tiny bits.
Huh. Right. At least I'm glad you got rid of them.
I mean, this place is falling to shit. I don't know what's happened. I mean, maybe we should pull in like an exterminator or something. We'll get some poison in here because something's going on.
Should be, yeah. You might have to look into that. Could you, when you've got time, maybe after closing, could you try and get rid of some of that, some of those plants?
Fuck, boss. What have I been doing other than trying? I've been pulling them out left, right, and center. You can see outside the back about like a pile that high, full of the bloody shoots. I mean, I'm not a gardener. I'm a bartender.
No, fair. I'll see if I can get some. I'll see if I can get some product for that tomorrow.
Get a fucking chainsaw. Get poison for all you want. Those things aren't moving.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh, hey, thank you, both of you, for
no worries.
For working today. I'm gonna head upstairs if everything's in order down here.
Okay.
All right, and Jasmine is going to do just that. She's gonna go upstairs, sit down at her dinner table. Not really feeling like eating anything right now. Not really feeling like doing anything. Like she checks her phone for a bit. She does send a quick message
from Isadora that says you get a message from Isadora that says you have a great pub.
Right. Jasmine sends back a thanks. No punctuation, no emoji. Just thanks. And she's going to send Elizabeth a message. Oh no, she's going to put it in the group chat, saying, just left the hospital, feeling all right. And Yeah, that is her evenings. Just kind of unsure of what to do, and by the time it's like 8 or 9 or so, she just decides, all right, well, guess I'm going to sleep.
Okay. As you drift off to sleep, Ned Halford, you have sent me the quick details. I'm gonna read them.
I've thought about this a lot. I don't have a actual script, but I do have many things I plan to say if I can. This is just
Lovely.
the I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it.
Ned is gonna take that. So you are gonna get a bunch of angry messages from Todd, like, "You can't say that. You can't. Like, what are you doing? This is going to this is a terrible idea." You try to give me a convince. You're gonna have to roll a convince because this is outing.
Okay.
It's like a PR nightmare.
My computer, dude, my laptop's up. First of all, it would be a PR dream come true. I can play the victim
Not for
card
your
very
image.
hard.
Go for it.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, but my laptop is like really running low on battery.
That's alright. Do you want me to roll? I'll roll 2d6 for you. Tell me what you want to add to it. Are you alright with that?
Wait. Okay. Sure, man.
Sure.
Fuck. Yeah.
Okay. I'm rolling
Always
them now.
have-
You tell me when to roll.
All right. I have 4. I think I have 4 power tags I can use here.
Give me them.
There are. Okay. Always have my back.
Yep.
Keeping up appearances.
Yep. Oh well.
Todd.
Keeping up appearances. You're trying to change appearances here. This is. This is like breaking normality, whilst keeping up appearances is keeping normal.
Yeah, but okay. So
Argue.
keeping up
Give me an argument. Yeah.
keeping up appearances would not apply here, but if and when I can do it to the actual big crowd, would it apply then?
It's a hard one because keeping up appearances, to me at least, unless you want to try to argue different, is like you're keeping things normal. You're keeping things. You're acting as a normal celebrity. So, if you want to give me another argument of how it could be interpreted to work, I'm open to hearing.
I will give that argument later with the crowd, but for
Okay.
now,
So for now,
there will be.
Okay.
Okay, always have my back.
Yep.
Todd,
Yes.
celebrity, and
Your celebrity's not going to work on Todd because you are you're a celebrity with him, but he's your celebrity doesn't have an effect.
then would shamelessness work then? Does my shamelessness
Yes,
even
because you are.
affect
Yeah,
Todd?
shameless will work on
Okay.
Todd.
And I wanna
He's always
invoke
admired your shame.
I wanna invoke the weakness controversy.
This is definitely a controversy and definitely a weakness invoking. Yeah.
So I think that's a power 2.
Should
I
be
think,
2.
right?
Yeah, it should be 2.
Yeah, 3 minus 1.
Yeah. Well, 3 minus. Yeah, 3 minus 1. Yeah. Am I rolling it for you?
You do it. If I somehow manage to get my
You
thing
roll
working
an 8
again.
minus 1 plus 3. So yeah, you've got so 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's a pass. Right.
Okay, what are the conditions? What do I get to choose to do?
You get to
the
either
thing?
give him a power, either give him a stat. So you offer up a status, and either I take that status or I get him to keep his agenda and give a little.
Okay, so to give a little.
Oh no! Wait, this is a 10, so this is a good success. So this is he does what? Wait. Let me see.
Okay, I would like him to change his agenda to say, "Listen, man, I know I have a career and all that, but I think my safety and is the most important here, and I think this is the best move." So I'm gonna convince him from a place of human to human rather than actor to agent.
You wear him down eventually, and finally he sort of lets out the thing of like, fine, but you better fucking know what you're doing. Like, you really better know what you're doing, because I'm not convinced by this at all.
Todd, believe me, it's not you who needs to be convinced. It's fine. I'm sure that I've told you by now, but you know that I'm not alone here. There are other people
through a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna keep trusting you through a lot of stuff, but you better be sure.
I owe you one, man. I owe you many ones.
You owe me a lot of ones, yes. Now get your act together. Don't let this get in the way of Death Castle and Alexander Lowe, alright? I'm not losing this pineapple. Tell you.
This will only be good for that. Trust me. All right.
You get to the venue. The press are there, not in the abundance you want them to be, because setting up such a thing in such a short amount of time is not. But they're there. They're there.
Okay. Can we say that they've been there for like a while? Eating, drinking. They're having a jolly good time before I arrive.
Yeah, they're sort of related. Eating ish. Yeah, they're getting by.
Okay, so I go up to the podium and I'm like, okay, I wanna do a thing where for now and a little bit, pretty much everything I'm saying is gonna be in character. All right, I gotta get in the zone. Hello, tap. Is this thing on? Hello everyone. Okay, I'm not as prepared as I thought I should be, but first of all, allow me to say, I'm sorry. Save all your questions for the end. You are here under the false pretense that this is about my new show, which is still happening, and I will answer questions about that at the end.
Has Alexander Lowe pulled out? Is there any word from the pineapple? And you see that the questions are immediately start. The second you say your show is not, you're not talking about the show. Questions are pouring out.
Yeah. I will answer that at the end, good sir. I want to snap my fingers and just have a guard walk by the door and just say to everyone there, recently I have been a victim of something terrible, and I fear that it will only harm my safety further if I go to the police of Almanac about this. And so I will explain to all of you. Get ready for a long night. Okay. Allow me to explain. I've been in Almanac for maybe 2.5 weeks, and in the last week, I was approached by a white-haired man when I was staying at the Checkmate Hotel. A lovely place, by the way, with a great service. He walks up to me, and assuming he is just an adoring fan, I was very wrong. He comes up to me saying that he has planted a bomb within the hotel, and that if I don't do everything he says over the next week, or now is a week, at the time he just said in general, that he would blow the place sky high, leave it in ruins, etc. This man's name, or his alias, is from what he told me, is William Redknuckle. He was what I now know, a drug underlord in the city, overlord, something like that. The most proof I have of specifically the drugs is this. I take out the thing, I open it and crumple it, and this is not lint. If you take a closer look, this is actually a rotted and dusty old seed of a pomegranate. Now, allow me to explain further. Basically just used me for money and a lot of things which at the moment I didn't understand. But let me just talk about William Redknuckle for a second. I'm going to be a little bit all over the place tonight. Trust me, it's worth it. Okay. This is a shredded, disgusting pomegranate seed. More scientifically known as hypodilaximothermosis.
You see,
essentially,
he's just putting Todd's just putting his head in his hands right now.
I give him a winning smile. This is basically hypodilaximothermosis. From what I've been able to gather, it is a horrible, disgusting drug that ruins lives. And it has been plaguing Almanac from the underworld for a long time. The owner of this entire operation has been working out through the Asphodel Theater. Now, 2 days ago, something horrible happened at the Asphodel Theater. It'll all tie in a second, just wait, okay? Basically, for the past week, I've been running around dealing with errands for this man. A lot of it was just getting called up to touch many things so that my fingerprints would be on them. A lot of it was buying gold statues. I don't understand the point of this. It was very tacky. And a lot of this was me attempting to call the police, but for some reason, every time I did, my phone wouldn't work. Doesn't matter if it was the hotel phone, my own, even my close friends and family, whatever that I have here. And I was not alone in this situation. For whatever reason, obviously I'm keeping many names anonymous, but for whatever reason, someone else was in the same situation as me. Her name was Jasmine Wright. She's the owner of this small bar called King's Oath, down on Tomb Street, I believe. Now, the information I was able to gather, she and William Redduckle have some very, very bad blood. She is his niece. She's his niece. And I have a few demands. First of all, I'd like to publicly place pressure on my insurance companies, all of them, whatever, I can't keep track of them anymore, but all of them, to repay me for everything I've spent money on in the past week, my bad. Sorry, I'm very nervous. The past week, because I was not in control of anything I had purchased at the time. A lot of it seems weird and out of place, and I don't know why, and a lot of it is off the books. But please, I need you to do this for me. Since discovering the bomb threat was false, and what happened at the Asphodel Theater, which I will tell you later, I now understand this. These drugs operate in a very, very specific way. You take them, and they don't dissolve in your body. This is a rotten one, but the normal ones look exactly like glowing pomegranate seeds. You take them, and then you, for the rest of your life, basically, until they are surgically removed from your stomach, have random moments throughout the day of what I'll call hyperdocility, where at any moment, anything you have suggested by anyone, you will simply do, with no input otherwise. They turn you into zombies, and it's awful, and I've seen it happen.
At this point, Ned is at this point, Todd is running towards you, and he's like, you've got a couple more seconds of speaking before he's going to try and grab the microphone out of your hand.
Okay.
He's going to try to.
Okay, I'd like to... I snap my fingers, and I hope, and I have a security guy just stand in front of Todd, look at him and just be like, please, Todd, let me say this. Okay. Basically, I have a few demands. Number one, reimbursement. I've already said it. Number two, I want the complete and reopening of both cases of Jasmine Wright's mother's disappearance. And I would like the complete reopening of the case of Daniel Auberman, a specific rugby player who was what I mean by the hyperdocility incident. At a certain moment, he was in the Wicker Hound and randomly was suggested within the song lyric to kill someone because, songs have lyrics. And he was on this drug. He's simply a very poorly misunderstood man. Another request I have is that go to Jasmine's bar and shower her with lots of good, kind emotions. She really needs it. Please, if you're having a bad day, I'd recommend to stay away from the bar.
Todd has gotten around the security guard now and is running for the thing.
Okay, I would like to do like the dumb. I'd like to do like basically. All right, I say at the end. Fuck.
You got one sentence. I see.
One sentence.
Yeah.
That's all, ladies and gentlemen. I take the mic and I start running. I want to run with the mic as he's chasing me around the room and continue my story.
The second you start running, all of the press are going to stand up and be like, Mr. Halford, when did you become mad? What happened with what is going on with this new show? What are you talking about with this man? And they are immediately
Everyone
jumping
shut the fuck up.
They're just all shouting around now. The entire hall explodes with.
I want to make the role. This is the role that I wanted to make at the beginning.
It's not going to be. I'm sorry. This is an unconvincible check. There's no evidence. There's no way you can explain this. There's no way you can prove this. This is. You've just mentioned a whole bunch of stuff that is completely. To the people hearing this is nonsense. Like they.
God damn it.
You said that someone was controlled by a song. You said that this dust in your hand turned people into drugged people and stuff. There's no way anyone can believe this.
God damn it.
Except for you can do a convince check, but it's going to be for all like the crazy people and the homeless people that might see this through a window.
Can I do that, but also have that convince check apply to anyone with a mythos that was related to anyone that has any idea what I'm talking about?
You can make a convince check for anybody out there that is a rift that might be watching this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a convince check then.
I'm trying to appeal to only the rift half of Almanac, not the normal people.
Yeah, because I'm about to
Right.
say to normal people,
I would like to-
you've basically announced to the whole world that you're insane.
They'll forget it because of the mist anyway. Anyway,
Yeah.
I want to use my well-prepared status of 3. I want to use always have my back.
Always have my back. For the fans, yeah.
I want to use the big screen since this is being broadcast as
Yeah,
well.
I'll allow that.
I want to use celebrity, shamelessness.
Celebrity, yes. Shamelessness.
I'm just lying to these people and I do not give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that would work against you, but I mean, you've got enough things going here. You've got such a large thing.
Yeah.
You're not gonna fail. Take it anyway.
Yeah. Okay, sure. I want to have a lavish lifestyle because it is fancy
Definitely.
and surrounded by wealth.
Yeah, you built that before.
And I would like to I'd like to burn.
You don't need to burn. You do not need to burn. You have like
I'm burning
60...
the crew. I'm burning the crew power tag, the King's Oath bar base.
You trust me, you do not need to burn. You've already.
I know, but I want to use.
Fail this
Yeah, but I
task.
really wanna though.
I'm not sure it would apply here.
Nah, I
You
mentioned it by
can,
name.
but like, there's no point in doing it. You've got like a 6+.
I've got a power of 9.
You've got a power of 9. You literally can't fail.
And I have minus what?
Well, you have nothing at the moment, but yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to make 2 rolls with all of these power tags. One is convince, and then one is sneak around.
You're not gonna get the sneak around. Just convince.
Okay.
You're just running. You're
Convince.
running for your life.
All right. Basically, everyone who's a rift knows exactly what I'm talking about.
The people who are rifts will get an idea. Yeah.
How much did you get?
I got a 17.
The roll didn't come through for me.
Oh, that's because my fucking internet.
I'll
I'm
roll
sorry,
it.
man.
Do you want me to roll it now? I'll roll it now.
No, hold on. Let me. God damn it! All right, my internet isn't working, but I'll roll again if I can.
It's alright. You can't fail. Yeah, even with 2 1s.
9. All right.
And 12. Sorry.
What did I get?
Let me see. It's not come up.
I rolled a 17, but again, I have no way to prove this, so you're
Right.
going to roll. You can roll it if you want.
I mean, no matter what you do, it's pretty much a guaranteed success.
Yeah.
You say this, it goes
basically
out on the
secret
thing,
code.
but I do think you have to realize, like, there's the difference between, like, a mist thing that gets covered by the mist, and there's the difference between just, like, doing anything. And...
I know, man.
Yeah,
This went
the
very
majority of
differently from
people
what I was
have
planning.
the majority of people have seen that. I need you to take a crack on your for the fans,
Okay.
because you've basically just done the most crazy thing possible.
Okay.
The message has reached out to some rifts. You think they will have, anyone who's experienced anything like this will have heard what you've said, but beyond that, you don't know how far this has gone. You don't know what's happening.
God damn it.
Okay.
Why is Todd so against me here? I thought he would be so much more supportive of me almost dying and then choosing to tell the world about it. But
yeah,
okay.
he was supportive of you until you started talking about dust and drugs that cause people to do things, and music and songs that cause people to do things. Todd's not a rift; he's just a normal guy. That's.
Well, why didn't he let me finish? What was the worst that could happen? Anyway. Yeah.
Has anyone not done their montage yet?
I'm sorry, everyone.
I suppose my 2 days of rest just ease some of the bad statuses.
Yes, your statuses are gone. Statuses
Okay.
are gone.
All of us?
All statuses are gone by this point. Yeah.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask sooner. You know, I have one. I still haven't used it. I have Dance of the White Lady one and
Yeah.
Stumbled. Can I just like mutually destruct those? Because I'm never gonna use one. And
Oh no, I will.
Well, then I'll do the one.
Just
Once you
remember
use
that
the
you don't have to have them on a thing.
yeah,
Just remember
exactly,
them.
because
Just
all of it
remember
is
them.
just
Just
yeah.
get rid of it and I'll remember. Don't worry.
I still have 2 clues about tasty monkeys.
You
Yeah,
do.
I'm
You just
gonna
think they're
keep the
gone
clue
now.
about the graffiti. That's all I'm gonna keep. The
Keep
clue about
graffiti.
Jasper.
They're
The clue about
different.
Jasper is no longer relevant.
Okay.
And
Apparently.
my 2 clues about the stuff I found on William Ratknuckle.
They're still there. They're still
Okay,
there.
good.
Do you
In
wanna use
that
those
case, I'm
now?
gonna look. No, perhaps the next day, but
Okay.
not today.
Also,
Right.
could you
Hmm?
please check if the new tag I chose is all right? Because I do get a new tag on a Nathan theme the first time I
Yeah,
pay
I'll
attention
have a
to
look
it.
at that in a second. Right. In the right. Okay. Over the next couple of days, it's going to be about a couple more. You guys ease back into normal life as best you can. If you go to the Wicker Hound, you find it empty, with the door locked. There's no one inside. There's no for sale sign. There's nothing. It's just been left. Apart from that, life seems to continue on as normal. Monday comes rearing its ugly head, and you will get back to whatever work you need to do to get by. And stories out about Ned saying something crazy on the news, but stories are stories. It's sort of taken a lower edge of the BBC. It's on the side. It is
I wanna use a flashback if I can.
not yet though, wait.
Okay, just tell me whenever I can.
It's around Wednesday when you get the message slipped under your doors. All it just says is, need a haircut?
Well,
Okay.
quick question: do like any journalists or anyone like any paparazzi or something come to the King's Oath after that talk?
Surprisingly, no. A lot of
Lovely.
people try to find the King's Pub, but strangely, as with your dwindling patrons, fewer people seem to be coming. You do seem to have a slight surge in rather odd people. Couple of twins come in with matching black glasses and shaved heads, who sit in the corner and chat. Rather sort of burly, ugly-looking figure in a hulking jacket comes in, and you notice that though he puts his big forearms on the table, you notice that he pays with card from an extra pair of hands that slip out from the inside of his jacket. Apart from that, it's business as usual.
Has anyone mentioned Ned or the talk yet?
Some
The
of the
Ned
weird,
talk?
some of the weird people you hear as you're giving out drinks and stuff say something like,
This was the place, he said. Yes. Feels nice. Shall we talk to the others? They should know. They should know by now. Well, with the Wicker Hound gone, there's a need of new sanctum, I suppose.
I would like to do
Alrighty.
something since 2 days normal life. I don't really fucking know what normal life is really. But Dante, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Even with things changing, like this is like my thing. Right after James, I would go and do things. I wouldn't like stop because he doesn't. I want to go to Wicker Hound before the haircut and stuff before the
Okay,
time.
yeah, you can go to the Wicker Hound. You get there,
The door.
it's shut.
Completely.
The door is shut
Bollocks.
and locked, it seems. Do you want to try to open it?
Glass door, right?
Glass door.
Oh, let's do the obvious horrible thing and kick the glass in and open
Okay.
it from inside.
Reach in, open it. You step into the space and it feels very empty. The twisted husks of the plant-like creatures are still there. and there's the odd scent of smoke in the air.
Huh. So I think you're going to tell me I see the same thing Isadora did, so there's no need to repeat that. I'm going to go to the upper room. I want to see Lucia's room. I want to see what I can find there.
You step into Lucia's room. You find the bed, and it is overgrown. And there is a figure lying asleep on the bed. The twisting vines growing almost over her, as if they are like incorporating her into the bed. Lucia lies there, seemingly asleep.
Oh, I want to search the room first. Do we have enough time for this? Please tell me. If we don't, we can cover this like some other day.
We might have to cover this later.
Let's leave it there. Assume Dante's done this, and we'll cover this later. We can go to the shave.
Okay. You head to Arabella Rose. You arrive at her barbershop, the Fallen. As you get there, you see the door open and a rather rough-looking guy, covered in all tattoos, his entire head shaved, sort of sees you, glares at you, moves past you, and the door tinkles shut behind you. She sees you from behind, she goes, sort of indicates for you guys to come in.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm assuming for ease sake that we're just all there at this moment.
Just for ease, you're all there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
Does
anyone chooses not to answer.
Does she still have the status from the second episode?
No. Long gone.
I asked.
Long gone.
And so no one mentioned Ned in the pub, right?
No.
Or did they mention? Okay, in that case, Jasmine does not know about the news story. So,
I think same.
She just says, all right, towards the others.
Glad to see everyone's all right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's get this over with. Can I check with everyone before asking? We each want individual meetings with Grace, right? I don't assume we all want our business broadcast to everyone else.
I honestly wouldn't mind.
Well, I suppose I would. Dante just goes and sits in the fucking seat.
You step it, the second you come in, she goes, "Not you. I've done you before. Someone else has to do it this time." "Oh, no, wait, no, I haven't done you before." "Oh, I haven't. I'll do you now."
No, you haven't. Give us a shave then.
"You seem different. More cheery this time. I don't like it."
I'm not. It's your eyes deceiving you.
Alright. She flicks out her razor and spins it through her hand, and it just disappears from sight. It's moving so fast. She goes, brings it right up to your thing. "I need you to give me a face danger."
What can I tag with this?
Anything that relates to holding your will against hers.
Ooh. So, the new thing?
Yep.
Moral armor?
Moral armor.
Herodine.
Death Wish, since I volunteered for this and I knew what happened to Isadora last time.
Yeah, it's not Death Wish though, because you're not going to die.
Okay.
No, you're not going to die, you're going to get hurt.
Then face danger.
Yeah.
9.
9. Okay.
9.
Yeah. So you're going to take Spooked 1. As they go right up to your neck, inches from your skin, with a tiny drip of blood, and you get a little bit frightened because you look into her eyes and there's an eagerness there that is quite frightening. And then she goes,
And Dante will just say, "Can you get over with it quickly? I got places to be."
Don't meddle with my enjoyment. This is fun for me. This is my fucking Disneyland. Alright?
Which ride are those 3?
What did you say?
I said, which Wright are those three?
She sort of doesn't even answer that as she continues to shave. She looks over to you guys. She goes, "You did all right for your first job. Meddled in a bit too much. All I wanted you to do was find out what was going wrong with that murderer. But, well, you bit off more than you chew, and you did it. So, I'm not fussy." Mr. Grace is impressed, to a degree. He's not liking the fact you had to call for his help at the end, though, which, to be honest, is a bit of a bitch move.
What are you talking about?
Wait,
You
who
called for his help.
Who
I
did?
don't know. I know Tristan got summoned, and Tristan went and did what Tristan does, which is break things.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Isadora smiles.
Isadora, was it you?
He nods. He doesn't smile to like that. He smiles to the Tristan breaking things.
Yeah, but he does nod when Jasmine asks Isadora, was it you?
What?
Does he? Does he nod when... Oh, okay.
I mean, like he... I
Oh,
don't
shake
know.
his head. Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Slowly.
Right, which one of you was it then?
Elizabeth just turns and stares at Ned.
I remain silent.
Little snitch.
It's Ned.
Fess up.
I mean, he isn't talking, which is a first, so obviously.
It's alright.
I mean-
He's not mad. He's just disappointed, is all. For your next job, he decided to give you something a bit more easy. On the tame side.
Hold on. Next, I thought this was a one-time thing.
Oh, no, darling. This city needs clearing up, and, well, it's not going to be cleaned up in one day.
Right. Well, what needs to be done?
Shall I get to the job? Well,
Wait. We're not done with the first one.
but darling, you are.
You owe us something.
All debts
All
have
of
been
us.
paid.
What?
You will find that all debts have been paid.
I was promised information.
You have got information. It will be provided forthwith. Mr. Grace doesn't deal in absolutes. He provides when he provides. You have got your information. It is coming very, very soon. And it will come to you in a...
I want to investigate here.
Yeah.
I want to investigate here. Dante will ask her, and he's satisfied that we've found Amy Northwall's killer.
Ooh.
Doesn't miss a detail.
Yep.
I'm gonna the fact that Esther basically told me she's not the last part of the chain. I think, given what I'm doing, I can use commanding presence because I'm basically telling her to tell me things.
Commanding presence.
I'm goading her, so can I use Death Wish?
With her, yeah, her razor's at your throat, so yeah.
Yeah. And logical analysis because of what Esther told me, and I know she's not the last part of the chain.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Dynamite, baby, let's go.
Fucking hell.
11. Oh, not quite dynamite.
So close.
Not quite
Right.
dynamite. What does she say?
What does she say? So, give me the question again, word for word.
And he's satisfied that we found Amy Northwall's killer, is he?
He's satisfied.
And did we find Amy Northwall's killer?
I don't know. Did you?
How does he know if we did or didn't? If
I
he's
never
offering
said
a new
anything.
job,
I said
Well, he's
Mr. Grace
offering-
is satisfied with the conclusion
he's
of
offering
your
a new
investigation.
job.
Yes.
Without being satisfied
He
with the
is
previous
satisfied with the previous job. That's why I'm telling you.
one? The job was to find Amy Northwall's killer.
Yes.
I'm
And he's
asking you, did
satisfied with
we?
the conclusion of that job. Now he's going to pay you to do another one. What part of this are you missing?
The part where he knows who Amy Northwall's killer is beforehand.
Why would he need to?
Well, how does he know otherwise?
You're getting hung up on the wrong details, love.
He
The
doesn't
best I know, the little snitch over there sent a letter to you before we walked into theatre.
I
He
can't
couldn't have
read.
known about Esther.
No, it doesn't need to know to be satisfied.
Charming.
That's not how that works.
I understand. Very
Can we
well.
just get on with it?
Can you finish the shave then?
I'll finish the shave. So, the next job. Like I said, easy one. Should be no trouble with this.
Oh.
It seems a number of museums and rich houses have been broken into, and exquisite pieces of art being destroyed. Statues and paintings and the like, that kind of thing, completely and utterly destroyed. Very strange. Anyway, Mr. Grace would like the perpetrator of said crimes to be, well, brought to justice. That is your business, after all. You care so much about justice, don't you?
I'll get it done.
Wonderful.
But any names, any locations?
There is a couple. First of all, is the manse. The Donnelly Mounts, right up on the hill looking over the lake. That was the most recent one to be taken. Quite simply ripped to shreds, really. Door torn off its hinges, and nothing taken, just all of their exquisite art destroyed. Well, not all of it. Specific room. Went right to the back of the house and seemed to destroy all of their sculptures and all their paintings.
Any others?
Well, there's the Ulmanok History Museum. That had a very fine statue. I think it was late 2000 BC. Ripped to pieces. All they found of it was the damn thing's head.
That's it?
Well, a couple of other smaller houses, but all the same thing.
Right.
Let me think. The biggest one apart from those two was, well, in Yarnsdale University, there's an art college, and a while ago, there was someone broke into the university and got into the art section and broke the roof. Apparently there was a piece of art hidden in the roof and they destroyed it. Somewhere up and hidden away.
So we've got the mounts, we've got the
Elizabeth, you're just saying, Elizabeth, you do remember that you couldn't come into school one day because you had a damaged roof in the university.
Ooh. Right, so we've got the mounts, the Ulmanok History Museum, and Yardsdale U.
Oh, one other. Bit of an odd one.
Oh. Right.
Small town, just outside Ulmanok. Its name escapes me. It's this little fucking backwater shithole.
No, that's just Ulmanok.
No. This place is even shittier. Kingstown. Yeah. Seems like their statue was just destroyed. They had a brand new statue of some king or something. Broken to pieces. That's the last one.
bunch of art fendels or one art fendel. I'll get on it if that's it.
That's it. That's all. That's everything. And that's finished. And she finishes the final shave of you, Dante. And you see that she has left your mutton chops behind.
Yep.
She flicks them into her belt and she goes, right. Fuck off.
Last clue. Did she seem like she was lying at any point during it?
Oh, I love that.
She seemed like she was telling the truth, but there was a nervousness when you started inquiring, and a fear that is very unlike her.
I wouldn't know if Grace or me, but yeah.
Grace.
I wouldn't know. Oh.
Grace.
Interesting. So yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yep, Jasmine is already on the way out. She looks behind her at the others. And says, "So I meet up at the King's Oath later today."
Why not?
No, right.
Okay.
Isadora, wait, before they leave, Isadora just simply nods and says, "She's sorry, by the way." And
Who is?
walks out.
Flashback.
In that case,
As you sit, a perfect time to flash back to Dante. You have searched around.
And I found
What?
Nothing.
I'm sorry, but
Pretty-
everyone
Wait.
is lagging out for me and has been for a while. So
Sorry,
Oh,
man.
man.
Yeah, I've got all recorded, so you'll be able to catch it up when it's. I'll post it soon. But
all right. Can we? I got most of it. Can we say that as he was getting the haircut, Ned has checked his bank balance without saying a word on his
Yeah.
phone?
Your bank balance.
Ned
is
wasn't getting a
insane.
haircut, was he?
No, Ned wasn't. Whilst he was talking about while Dante was getting the haircut. But your bank balance seems fine. Doesn't seem touched yet. But
Untouched?
it doesn't seem damaged. As in like you've used the money for your.
Do I have more money?
Do you have more money? No. You don't have more money. You don't have more money.
Oh, there's
Okay,
so
can
many
we
things
say
I
that
could say here.
everyone leaves this? Can we say that? Okay, does everyone leave the store? Because if they do, Ned stays a little while longer.
Okay, we'll jump to that right after we do Dante's flashback, which is Dante, as you are
Do
there
a flashback
with so as you are there,
Lucia.
Lucia Lemur. She is surrounded by these vines, seemingly slowly, like a Venus flytrap, slowly sucking a fly into its embrace.
Are any signs of Esther's? You said last time that Esther had a bed of her own.
Yeah.
She had like documents of her own,
The
plaques of her
bed
own.
is untouched. The fountain.
Is there like a night cabinet?
The night
a
cabinet.
desk? Anything? I want to search
There's
the
a
room.
night cabinet.
basically.
Yeah, you search them through. Nothing in there.
Nothing anywhere.
Nothing anywhere.
It's time to wake up Lucia and talk to her. First of all, are you okay with the new tag?
Let me have a look.
It's the answer to what attitude do you adopt when expressing your
Okay.
mythos.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's
You
try to wake her up.
move to her side. You reach out and touch her, and immediately her eyes open, and they are a bright green that is far greener than you have ever seen them before. But they are drowsy and sort of dipping, and she goes, "Oh, it's you. What do you
Sorry
want?
to disrupt your sleep.
Just resting.
Finish
my
our
eyes."
conversation. Yeah. Finish our conversation.
What conversation? Oh, Herodine, can you put yourself on mute, please?
Oh yeah.
What conversation?
I think we left it at it wasn't meant to happen this way.
It really wasn't. Yeah, it really wasn't meant to happen this way.
Who was threatening her? I know she was afraid, Lucia. She
I
wasn't
know she
afraid
was
of us.
afraid, but I don't know who of. I tried to talk to her about that, but it's not easy with her. Well, it wasn't easy with her.
She's gone.
I don't know. I'm just so tired.
Did she keep any records of the dealings she'd made? I know she still took commissions.
No,
I know how she used Piper.
you don't understand. I never knew what she was doing. She started asking for more time, you know. And I got so much time in the past, I thought it was only fair. Give her more time now.
You sleep, she walks.
Yeah, something like that. But it's more complicated. See,
I see.
everything we experience, it's shared in a way, and also not. I get the good memories. She gets the bad ones.
Right. She said something. Sorry, go on.
No, that's what she said.
She said something right before she, took the drastic action that she did. She said, "You don't know what it's like to be taken."
Yeah.
What did she mean by that?
You're like me. This thing just came to you, didn't it? Just invested itself in you and just gave you everything. Well, it did
Not
that for
everything.
me. It gave
Far
me,
from everything.
well, my one gave me everything. Gave me power, gave me life, gave me so much beauty. I didn't have any bad memories ever. All my bad memories went away, and everything it gave to me, well, it took from her. Everything good, she forgot. Everything bad, she remembered. It just seemed to make sense to let me stay awake for longer.
Mine gave me the cruelest thing of all.
Yeah.
Hope.
I've started having bad memories. So I think it's best if I go to sleep now. I don't really know how to deal with them.
You grow up, I guess. He gets up and finds some piece of wood, a hammer somewhere in the what do you call it, like in the cabinet or somewhere, a couple of nails, and before going out he just hammers, like boards up the bit he broke. Like he closes the door and boards up.
As you start to leave, the last thing she says as you go is she goes,
Yeah. Best to sleep now while it's all still beautiful.
and you step outside the door and close it behind you. And as you board it up, the last thing you hear is the creaking of old trees. As she is.
Were there still flowers on the table with a G?
They're rotten to dying, yeah.
And the postcard just says G.
Just says G.
Right? That's all I found. Okay.
Just say G. Okay. You all head to the King's Oath?
Well, since I asked for them to
Yes,
come over
yeah,
a
sorry.
little later, I would like to do some. I would like to make some printouts on newspaper articles on these 4 examples we've been given, with the mounts, the museum, the college, and the town outside of Ulmanok.
Yep.
I'm gonna disappoint you and say that Elizabeth won't go over like longer. She'll just like go there straight
Wow.
away.
All right. Well, in that case, Jasmine is just gonna mention that she's going to make some printouts. You just help yourself at the bar. I'm gonna get those things up on the whiteboard.
Okay.
Things look different here. New cleaning personnel.
No, I don't know. It's just been kind of a mess lately.
I mean, it has it's not that bad, you know.
Right. If you prefer things that don't look clean, I can definitely see how that would be a plus.
Right, go and make your printouts.
Right. I'll be right with you. Yep, she's going to do the thing that she's used to. She's going to make those printouts of the articles. Gonna get some string and some magnets, and a map of Ulmanok. Gonna put those, as you'd expect, on the whiteboard. Put the wires towards the map to show off the connections, and then
I'll
just
jump you to the map.
yeah. Let's see.
So I'm gonna do dots.
Uh-huh.
Dots, and dots and dots and dots. So there's one there, out in Kingstown.
All right.
One down in Barrow Ridge. That's the museum. Oh, so that's the house. That's the mountain.
Okay.
The museum is down Yardsdale here, and then there's the university, of course.
Okay.
Which,
Kingstown.
All right. Good. Yeah. She's gonna put those up on the whiteboard, and she's gonna roll the whiteboard into, well, the corner of the pub. I mean, it's quite in clear view, but who's gonna tell her not to do that? Right. Here we have it. Has Elizabeth already served herself a drink?
Probably, but it's just literally a glass of water.
what is everyone drinking?
Oh, lovely.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I would like to do a thing. Basically, I'd stay a little bit behind. I still catch up to them,
Yeah.
but after they leave the barber shop,
Yes,
I'm
you
just
need
like,
to. Yeah. Mm.
I go up to Arabella Rose. I just stick my hand out and say, "It's okay. I take cash too."
I'm sorry.
Well, you see, I've checked my my bank account and I don't have what I was promised. I'm assuming you have a briefcase for me, or something
You
like that.
promised money.
Yes,
of it.
a lot.
Tell me, Mr. Halford, what happened for you recently that was good? Something that will fill your coffers beyond anything that you've done before.
It's been a very interesting past couple of days.
Yes. But some things you've wanted have just happened, haven't they? Tell Zandalo I say hi. He'll be great on TV. I'm dying to find out what happened with the pineapple. Oh wait, I forgot. I don't give a shit.
Ah, so we have it in common.
Good. Now, you dear, fuck off. Eh?
Next time I come here, have the briefcase ready.
It's not me who pays you. I'm just the messenger, and you fuckers never seem to realise that.
Well, bye. Your blades look nice when they're not gold. Let's keep it that way. And then he walks out.
She walks out. You walk out, and she just goes, "Celebrities."
Oh, you cut
What
out?
did she say?
She's celebrities. What is
Ned,
everyone drinking in the pub?
the-
So Dante isn't drinking. Elizabeth's drinking water.
Yeah, I'm just smoking.
Jasmine could probably tell with her like sad powers, but basically, you
Sad
sense that
power.
Ned, you sense that Ned is very upset,
Hmm.
and then he gets some very expensive alcohol.
She
What's
doesn't.
the most expensive you have?
Well, she doesn't tell Ned like to take whatever. I was under the assumption that only Elizabeth had come with her.
No,
early.
eventually everyone is going to arrive. At
Eventually,
the same
everyone
event,
is in
yeah.
there. She's not gonna tell everyone just take whatever. If you want something, you're gonna have to ask her.
I just walk in and I say something expensive, something strong, and try not to talk to me tonight.
All right. What's going on under your skin?
Did you not? Don't talk.
I don't think it works like that.
Right.
I'm here to listen. I'm not here to conversate.
That's the first.
All right.
It's also the last. And then I take the drink, sit down in a corner.
Oh, I haven't even poured you a drink yet.
When I'm autopiloting my actions here. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
As soon as I get it, I sit down.
Well,
put my
I got
feet up
Jasmine.
on
Yeah.
What is the most expensive thing you have? What is like?
that will be.
It's a very finely aged whiskey. Jasmine does say, "Are you sure this one's usually for special occasions? It's literally £30 per glass."
I am a special occasion.
All right then. And she opens it up, pours you a glass of the whiskey, and
Okay.
says, "Well, that'll be £30."
He gives you 30 pounds because that's
Lovely.
the thing. He
Yeah.
sits in a corner, puts his feet up on a table, and just sips quietly.
Isadora, what are you drinking? You're on mute, by the way. Fucking no.
Oh, we can hear the music through your mic.
You need to put headphones on, man. You need to play
Yeah.
with headphones. Buy some headphones and start playing with them, because
Auto
it's
your
so
sound down.
distracting. It's so distracting. Yeah.
Fitting headphones. Just give me a second. So Isadora is not drinking.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Right.
Right. What are you guys talking about?
Just for flavor, the whole conversation we're gonna have, Elizabeth immediately has her back to Ned and is not looking at him. So like,
That's
Someone did read the tabloids or something.
out of character. Do our characters have to be there?
No,
Everyone
you don't
just
have
cut
to
out
be
for
there.
me.
You
What
can
the
you
fuck?
can be
Huh?
there. You can be there if you want to be there. But like, you are basically, the plan was to meet in the King's Oath. If you don't want to,
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
We have
Okay.
to- oh, sorry.
Isadora doesn't show up.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
We have 2 whiteboards, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Dante goes up to the second whiteboard without even saying anything. He just starts drawing stuff. He writes down a big G. Then next to it, under it, writes down T and AV. All the characters we have met, and the connections between them. At some point to the side, he writes down F, W, J, L, E, the Fear, Lucia, Esper, Joseph, and
Is
William.
Is he saying these names out?
No, he's just
loud?
writing.
He's just
He's
writing
not saying
letters.
shit.
Okay,
He's
in
just
that case-
writing them
I think-
down,
I think
drawing arrows and
Yeah.
fucking question marks. Sorry.
honestly,
question
when
marks.
Dante is doing that, I think Jasmine and Elizabeth will just start talking about the thing at hand.
Oh no! I mean, Jasmine is going to mention this to Dante. Coleman, what are you doing?
What do you think we were just involved in?
I mean, it's quite obvious. We just got a new job. I think it's best.
No,
to just-
before that, what do you think we were involved in right until this day?
You mean the whole thing with the junkies and stuff.
So you need to find a murderer. Who do you hire?
A detective.
Would you hire, say, a flamboyant celebrity TV show host from America, an art teacher, a mathematician, and a pub owner? Would you do that?
Well, if the situation calls for people with special abilities,
Good.
and you know these people have special abilities.
What do you think the situation is?
Well, we've seen it. It was the whole thing with the bloody seeds and
Yeah,
the
I was right
junkies
there.
and
Yeah, and obviously they knew beforehand that the whole situation was also with special abilities, in air quotes.
Or
right.
they knew exactly who was involved, at what level, and how, and they needed a battering ram, which is what we provided.
I don't know about you, but I got mostly better myself.
Sure, that's what happens to battering rams.
Right, can we just focus on the job instead?
We are being played, Jasmine. We can focus on the job in 5 minutes. Do you not care at all for the fact that some of us are being extorted, some of us are being threatened, and others being lured into some idiotic schemes that they don't know if they will pan out or not? I mean, Mr. Rosalind, do you even know what was promised to him? A game. Grace sat there and said, I will give you a game.
A game, right. Look, I don't know.
None of this disturbs you.
Look, it's odd. I'll give you that, but I was promised more info on what happened with my mum, and I found out that apparently I had an uncle, not my blood, who killed people together with my dad. So I feel like just following their jobs is going to give me the answers I need. Isn't it the same for you?
Maybe, maybe not. Wouldn't you like to keep ahead of it, though?
Doesn't really matter if you're ahead of it,
Doesn't it?
By following it, you can find out the same things.
I think it does matter if we are one step ahead, if we could be for Grace, but I think it's going to be difficult.
Of course it's going to be difficult. Because he is 50 steps ahead. We're just playing fucking catch up. So, if I'm standing here writing old hieroglyphs and whatnot, I'm not doing it for my own fucking amusement. I'm trying to catch up.
Right, so what is all this then?
Your father, his
your
friend, Grace, Tristan, Arabella Rose.
Right. You need
the thing
any
I
wire?
can't figure out did they target Northwall specifically, whoever targeted her, or was it just get them scared and get them to Asphodel?
I think it was literally that, yeah. Make the place unsafe and get them running over to the theater.
Because Esther was preparing for this, I think in her own words, for at least 2 months. She said, last 2 months of my work.
Right.
Something spooked her enough to start enthralling people for the last 2 months.
Right.
And then, once we appeared on the scene, it scared her enough to try and go for the other people like herself. Because before that, if you remember, all that attacked us were just boys and girls from the street who were plucked away by the drug. Now, she went for the entire Wicker Hound because at some point she realized she needed more firepower. That doesn't disturb you.
I mean, didn't she just want to take over the city or something?
Is that what you think?
Honestly, yeah. Why else would you gather an army?
She was scared shitless.
Right.
Not of us.
Of whom?
I don't know. Maybe Grace, maybe this fear person, maybe someone else. But all of this paints a picture of what is commonly known as power struggle.
Right.
And we're smack dab in the middle of it, so forgive me if I'm putting away the museum job for 5 minutes.
Right, but keep it at 5 minutes. I still have a pub to run, and I'd rather not spend too much time over here working on this. It's better to be out in the
I'm
field.
sorry.
Ned Halford walks over without saying anything, takes out his napkin with the burnt seed, and like the rotting seed, puts it on the table in front of him, and just looks up at them and says, "Are y'all worth it?
Are you all what?
Are you people worth it? I got stabbed for you. Was it worth it?"
What are you talking about? You got stabbed for
Ned,
me.
Ned takes off his jacket blazer. He unbuttons his shirt, pulls it up, and shows the scar of where he got stabbed multiple times.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Alfred, I've got guests.
Barely.
Patrons. Well, I mean,
Listen,
it's getting better.
I don't
lately.
do things that aren't worth a lot. Is it worth it to get stabbed for you again?
It's up for you to decide. I honestly don't give
Dante
a damn
just
what you
takes
do
his
for me.
t-shirt and like rolls it down at the neck and just points it at that and says, and doesn't actually say anything, just points it at that and says, "Cut it the fuck out."
Look, we're all doing this for our own sakes. If you think it's worth getting stabbed to get more money, then that is up to you. If any of us think it's worth getting into this danger for our own gains, then that's up to us.
Right, exactly.
I look directly at Jasmine and say, "Listen, I don't intend on letting random people down, okay? So, we may have a conflict of interest here. I've pretty much assembled by this point that you're the reason you jumped. Okay?
Oh, we're back to this.
For fuck's sake, can we just focus on this bloody new job that we've got?
I will. Just make it worth it. I'm not getting stabbed. if
But
it's
I'm not
worth it.
making anything worth it for you. I'm just doing my thing here, you do yours. We're working for
Make it worth
someone.
Make
You-
it worth it.
You're not
for your
working
mom.
for
I
me.
leave the bar.
Right.
Leave.
I say, make it worth it for your mom, and then I leave the bar.
Right, come back when you've got a better attitude.
The door swings shut behind you as you leave.
I would like to cinematically tell me if I can do this. I would like to, as I open the door and as it closes, you can see that the door handle is now gold.
I'll allow that.
The gold touch is now burned, but tell me if I can do
I'll
that.
allow it, that's fine.
Ah,
You don't
okay.
need to burn that, yeah.
Okay.
Ah, for fuck's sake, I'll
What
get a
a
bucket.
fucking prick.
Right.
All
What's
right.
that all about?
Honestly, I don't know. Someone pissed in his pot of gold, maybe. Do I care?
Right.
Anyway, Dante,
So-
you're right.
Yeah.
It's good if we can get ahead of Grace, because whatever we got mixed in right now, it's big.
Yeah, true. Maybe we can convince him
And-
to get rid of Halford, and so we
We
don't
all
have
have
to work
people we
with that.
care about, and they know those people. So it behooves us to get ahead of them.
Right. I'm just not good with guesswork. Hell, I'm not even a bloody detective. I'm just going for the thing that I'm used to, and that's going to locations and
Dante takes like a
talking to-
very, very heavy puff and says, "This is a direct quote. I was never good at this part." You said that right before we went to interrogate Piper.
Right.
What did you mean by that?
Well, I've never been good at interrogating. It's
At what circumstances did you find yourself interrogating people?
Back when I was on the force.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course, Grace strung me up with a busy.
You were a cop.
Yeah, war being the right tense here.
How long?
Was 1 moment. Gonna look this up. I got it written down.
Ah, shit, backstory.
Backstory. Woo!
Backstory.
Let's see. She was working there for. I don't have the exact number of years here, but let's say 5 years. No, 4 years. For 4 years. Had to leave when my dad passed away, so I could take over the King's Oath.
4 years.
Right.
I want to say something really biting here, but I'm going to hold my tongue.
Oh, you're allowed.
No. Dante will just then quickly change the subject and say, it's not... Look, it's quite likely that Grace was the one who commissioned Amy in the first place. Just to get the job rolling. Esther had no idea who it was. As she said, she didn't ask questions. I don't know if she was lying or not.
Mm-hmm. Meaning that he would know my dad personally.
Maybe. Or of him.
All right. I mean, you'd be mistaken if you thought I wouldn't start looking into... In fact, hold on. And Jasmine quickly goes behind the bar and looks into the tin she usually uses for lost objects, and takes out the bus card of Loris O'Callaghan, aka William Ratknuckle, as well as the bloody picture that was in there.
No, it's a driving license. It's an ID, but yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? Sorry.
There was a bloody picture in there, right, of some kid. So that one, and
do you show it to us?
She takes those out of that tin, and those two things specifically she gives to you, Dante.
Should we show the other things?
No, the other things like the knives, the chain, the knuckle buster.
Do I need to roll investigate here for things, or?
I in fact have 2 clues here. Now this
how old is the driving license? This is not probably even.
Yeah,
I just look up how old the driving.
Yeah,
license.
how old is the driver's license?
Oh, it's well expired.
Yeah.
It's expired like 2-3 years ago. Let me just check.
I thought you were going to say 1925.
No, not like it's expired 2 years ago. The picture looks very much like William, except it looks like a William that they have told repeatedly to stop smiling for the picture. He's sort of like, you can see a William whose face is like drawn into a thing, but it is desperate to smile, and there's just like there's a tiny wrinkling around his face.
Would you allow me to give those 2 clues to Dante, specifically the clues for?
No, you got them.
You can't give a clue, I'm afraid.
No, it's fair.
What's the picture of a child? The bloody picture of a child.
Right. Yeah.
She looks like a young child, white blonde hair, sort of very similar looking to William. You're not sure if it's a boy or a girl. It's at that age. It's uncertain.
Yeah, Dante will take out his phone and just say, "You mind?"
Oh no, not at all. Go ahead.
I take the pictures of both.
Right, I was gonna.
All right, let's investigate. Fuck it, let's investigate this.
Yeah, well, in fact, Jasmine does say, I was going to look into this today, specifically the picture, and other than that, see if I could find anything else I could find on him. Yeah.
Wait, did you say a girl or a boy?
You can't tell.
I'm sure.
Sort of
can't tell.
Yeah.
How young?
It's too young.
That young?
It's sort of like young. It's like 3 or 4, and they've been dressed
Oh,
in
shit.
a way that it's hard to tell. Like
And the picture's covered in William's blood, I imagine.
William's blood is across it. Yeah.
All right, so doesn't miss a detail. Anything about this child that he'll find commonalities with his own? Is there anything like that? Can I use recurring patterns?
Recurring
into my
patterns you can
note?
use.
Okay. I will also ask Jasmine if she has a laptop somewhere nearby, because I am going to cross-reference this, like, driver's license with police database, try to find the child if they were reported missing, etc. There's nothing else.
I mean, if we're going to investigate this right away, I would like to use those clues specifically for the picture of the child.
What do you want to look for?
I would first of all look up Lawrence O'Callaghan.
Okay.
Look into.
You look up Lawrence O'Callaghan.
And I want to see, first of all,
What do
if
you
I
wanna
can
know about him?
find anything about who he was, if that's possible,
You
finding
search
anything.
through a couple of online stories, and you find one from a few years back that says, desperate father in search of daughter. Leslie O'Callaghan went missing outside her house several weeks ago. Her father has been searching for her desperately ever since.
All right. Leslie. Okay. And I would like to look up more info on the disappearance of Leslie O'Callaghan. See if there was any, if there are similarities between the disappearance of Leslie O'Callaghan and Jasmine's mother.
She was left at her with her babysitter. Babysitter went to sleep. Babysitter woke up. Child was no longer there. No sign of a break-in. No sign of anything. Child gone.
All right, and those were my clues.
Okay.
Did you share those with Dante?
Yes. Yeah, I assume like the two of them are now just looking.
Okay, can you imagine Dante giving you the most intense stare of your life while you're telling him these?
As you give that stare, Dante, there is a crashing bang as the door flies open and smashes against the thing. A couple of the panes shatter, and a
Not
man
again.
steps into the room. High black boots, unbelievably impractical, with heels so large they lift him way taller than he is. You can tell he's quite a short man. A perfectly oiled and curled mustache that is perfectly comes right out across his face. Long, luscious black hair and wind that surrounds him, billowing his hair up into a curve. He goes, "Hello! I'm Gillian Gale. I'm looking for some murderers." And that's where we're going to end things tonight.
Damn.
Gillian Gale.
You're killing me with this description.
Yeah, that is amazing. That's amazing.
I'm picturing him with like hooker boots.
Oh
with,
yeah,
like,
hooker,
Yeah, same.
proper big heel, but like thick heels.
Dude,
Platform.
He's a short guy on massive platforms that are getting him way higher than he
I'm imagining like an old-timey Western gnome on stilts.
Oh,
that was great. That is how you end the session.
End of case 1.
Clap, 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 since the thing isn't picking up.
A lot of me fucking up a speech again.
Can I say, you've really captured his spirit? Was a brilliant fucking line. When you said that, I was actually clapping. I was
That was very good. Very good.
But also,
very good.
like, that was such a genius idea to start drawing Esther. I loved that bit. It's like, oh, I'm gonna start drawing Esther, see if it works.
I wish it worked. I had questions for her.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking love how Isadora is like in a hospital. It's like, so what do you do with your afternoon? I become one with the universe.
Just a casual thing to do with your evening.
I'm going to get mental rest. Same. I wish.
Isadora.
He does, but he doesn't at the same time.
I'm so glad I managed to convince people that like keeping up with Grace is important.
It's
I'm so glad that we kept to that my fucking internet worked. Oof.
yeah. Also,
Dude,
geek out during
canonically-
credits.
Geek out
Yeah.
during credits.
Okay.
Motherfuckers.
I was waiting for y'all to do more stuff, but basically Ned was on his way to go get Isadora when he left.
I hope you upload this episode quick, man.
I was
Dragging his
I
child
will.
with him.
I will try to upload it as fast as I can.
I was planning to do a description of what Isadora is doing, but damn, that ending was too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we start
Sorry
the
about-
next session with Ned trying to find Isadora?
Yeah, we can.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
definitely.
Okay.
Sorry about the maths bit that made sense to no one else.
It was great. It was cool. It was
The
like,
next case is called Gales of Fun.
ooh.
Oh no.
I like
He's
What?
like me, but short.
No. He's like
Nobody's
you, but
like
dressed
you.
better.
We're going to have a wonderful time, you and I.
Yes,
Just
my friend.
in case I forget, first thing Jasmine is going to say is, "Oh, you're gonna have to pay for that." Pointing at the tiles.
Such a bar owner.
Hey.
He walks in and like the floorboard creaks and all the piano music stops.
Please, I hope we're gonna have to work together with him.
Oh, I would love that. Also, how is the
Ned-
crew growing this session?
Ned finds
I
a
think
new
we
friend.
unburned
It's
King's
Gale.
Oath.
Gale.
King's Oath is
Huh?
unburned.
The
I
King's
think
Oath
we
is
unburned
unburned?
King's Oath.
No, you didn't.
It was already unburned,
Oh,
I
wait,
think.
so Shnaided's trying to talk.
Yeah.
You didn't let me burn it because you said I already
Yeah.
had a power of
You
9.
would have just, I mean, it was already, I think it was already burned.
Yeah.
It was
No.
already-
Barfights and Mr. Grace are burned.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
I have
well,
King's Oath burnt as well. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm wrong then.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Grace's should be unburned.
How? What do we do
yeah,
then?
end of a case. Sorry, Mr. Grace
Yeah.
is one.
All
End
right.
of the case. Mr. Grace is
Yeah,
unburned.
okay.
And that's how we have grown as a crew. We finished our first
Oh.
case
Finished the first
and
case.
gotten closer doing it.
Yes.
Maybe the real mystery is the
Um,
friends we made along the way.
Did
I
any
was-
friends
so-
get made along the way?
Just-
Piece by piece.
Just to share-
There better be a fucking help between Jasmine and Elizabeth because the girl mance that was going on there.
Yeah, girls.
You're getting a help point.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
I was gonna give
That's gonna
Jasmine.
be fucking great for
Sorry.
Elizabeth's marriage. The obsession with Jasmine. It's gonna be lovely.
It's not like a romantic obsession. It's like they're
It's
both
not-
class.
yeah.
They're like
Yeah, you can be
Yeah.
obsessed with someone without wanting to.
Allison, listen.
date
These
them.
these 50 paintings are normal. It's not romantic. They're normal.
But here's the thing: you think Allison actually likes to get into the art room, huh? You think she actually likes to go in there?
don't
No,
have
she
to
is.
do it.
Don't reveal too much about your wife, by the way, outside of
Okay, I'm gonna run
Yeah.
to the
Still like
bathroom.
a-
I'll be right back.
like a really cool character to find shit out about, you know?
I'm gonna be right back as well. Gonna get a drink.
Oh well, okay.
We gotta get back around to that reporter. But like, I can't have Ned do it because
That-
then she's just gonna get.
I
mad.
swear to God, there was an easier way to handle Daniel Haberman's case than a press conference. My idea would have
I
been we need to
really
get to that
thought,
reporter and use the recording to say that Red Knuckle did it, rather than just here's a press conference. By the way, you see
Listen.
you see this crumbled up thing? It used to be a pomegranate seed, but also it's a drug, and also it gives people
Shut up,
moments
man.
of
I
no.
really thought
I wanted to play a reporter in that room and just say,
Yeah.
"Hey, Mr. Halford, what drugs are you on, and where can we get them?"
well, you see.
You can't blame any of us for it. You can't really go, oh, shut up, like to anyone.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
it'll be fine. Okay, part of this is like a setup because I planned to do this like again on session 50 or something, but this time everyone listens.
If only.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
see.
take Initially I thought I'm gonna take a hurt point with Jasmine.
Oh.
Yeah, because you never open your mouth if you don't know what the shot is. When I'm interrogating someone and leading them somewhere, you don't go, well, satisfied could mean two things. I was like, fucking. But given what you just shared, you get a health point instead.
There you go. Yeah.
That's more important than being mad at you.
There you go. Oh my god, I believe Jasmine just got her first 2 health points.
No.
No?
That can't be the case.
I don't think she's got an health
You already
points
got
before.
one for the whole jumping off a balcony thing.
Was that a health point?
You got to help
Yeah,
me with
because
that.
we had a meaningful
You had a
interaction.
meaningful chat
Thank
before.
you.
Yeah, I remember that.
All right, yeah. I mean, I just
you
love how
Fucking-
I've got like 1 hurt point for Isadora, nothing for everyone, but Elizabeth who has 2 health points and 1 hurt points.
Well done completing
Girls Club.
case 1, guys. Really, really well done. Like,
Oh, seriously, you too, mate.
finished. Oof.
Seriously, this was
Well done.
Almost dying.
Well done writing case 1, mate. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was really fucking
Hopefully
good.
it keeps up. Hopefully you don't all die. Session 1, case 2.
I really
Oh,
hope all
I love how he says that every time. Hopefully you all don't
Dude,
die.
Well
really
done.
hope that every case will just begin with a very odd man approaching
yes.
us and being
Oh,
like,
yes.
"What the fuck
That's
is
the
up?"
theme. The theme is
Yeah.
a very odd person approaching you every time.
Every time,
You
yeah.
should see the
Yeah.
next person. Oof. Right. Hello. That is the end of case 1. Not quite sure why I'm making this, but thought I might as well go ahead and do it. Even if I don't post it, at least I've done it. So yeah, I just mainly posting this to say a massive, massive thank you to the awesome people that played in case 1, which is Gurubashi, who played as Dante, Syriinx, who was Elizabeth, shnaided, who was Ned, Optional, who was Jasmine, and Herodine, who played as Isadora. They were absolutely incredible. They took my world and just ran with it, and absolute fun. Anyway, the other reason is that as we're moving forward with case 2, since I am now in a better location with actual internet and more internet that works, hopefully that is the end of all of the audio and video issues, and from now on I will actually be streaming the games. So from this point onwards, all of the games will be streamed, moving on through case 2. The other thing is Almanac City case files are going to keep being released. I've just kind of been starting a new job, so everything's kind of ground to a halt whilst I've been just hashing out the first few bits of my new job. The second I start getting a bit more acquainted and a bit more even, then those are going to come out as well. Finally, I am starting a new campaign, still in the city of Almanac, happening at the same time as Case 2 will be happening, with a whole new group of people. So if you are interested in being a part of that campaign, please drop me a message on Discord, or just message me on YouTube, or however, I don't know, get a hold of me. Otherwise, I'll probably be posting it in the game, looking for people games. All right, well, massive thank you as well to everyone that watched, or even watch for 5 seconds. And I know that's like 5 or 6 people, but thanks, guys. It's holy shit, it's amazing that somebody's actually watching. So thank you, and I will try to do better. I know that I have done some mistakes with my DMing, like some quite big ones. Not DMing, MCing, sorry. And I'm going to try and rectify those and do better moving forward, because yeah, it's got to be getting better as we go on. I will say that case 2 is going to be a lot darker, a lot tougher, and we'll see if any of them get out alive. Well, anyway, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you all in case 2. Bye.